Hello, all. It's Mike here. I'm just running a few tests because I have a stream coming up in 2 weeks, and I'm trying to figure out a way to get other people on the stream who won't be able to fit into StreamYards due to its 10-person limit. So I was kind of figuring out an idea of how to, capture the screen for the Discord and possibly having more people show up that way. Just an idea I'm running. Of course, I'm trying different voice volumes and different tones of my voice to see what works, what doesn't. Just because I have nothing better to do right now, apparently. Actually, I don't. I'm not even watching the Cub game right now. Last I checked, they were losing. Like, ugh. But yeah, this is just an experiment for the stream I'm having on May 14th, which is a collector stream. And I've already asked a few people if they want to be on. Hello, Rod Thunderheart. How you doing? Saw you on Brandon's live stream earlier today. Good to see you here. So yeah, I'm just doing a few things and again testing different volume settings on my microphone and everything, trying to improve the crispness of the sound of my voice. Not like I can really improve my voice in any way, shape, or form. It is what it is, and I'm stuck with it. But I'm just doing a few things here because there's always something that I end up hearing after a live stream is over, and I'm constantly working on trying to improve it. Good. So yeah, I'm always looking to improve things as far as the quality of my videos. I may not edit them like everyone else does, but I'm not trying to be like everyone else. I'm trying to give you my brand and give you my version of someone else's brand. I'm not trying to steal their ideas. I might, look at different streamers and, kind of jot notes down and go, maybe I can implement that in some way, but put my own, you know, footprint on it, my own stamp on it. So that's usually what I'm always trying to do here on the channel. Always trying to think, okay, as far as topics for Pop Talk, everyone else is talking about this, but I always see stories that, to my knowledge, people aren't talking about. So that's why I select some of these, you know, out of left field articles during Pop Talk at times. Because again, if someone else isn't talking about it, why not talk about it myself? I I really don't want to be like everyone else that I see on YouTube. I want to have my own, again, my own footprint, my own stamp on it. It's like, okay, we want you to stand in this box. I'm sorry, but I'm going to step outside of this box and come up with my own idea. And I'm going to go ahead and take that path that no one else is taking. Yeah, it might be a harder path to traverse, but I'm up for the challenge. So that's all I'm doing here for this test stream tonight. And if somebody does want to come on, you're more than welcome to come on. And hello, Captain Trek. How you doing tonight? Hello, Gap Stargate. How are you guys doing tonight? But that's all that's really going on here now. In some respects, I am also doing a few tests just for future episodes of Pop Talk, Granted, I use Slubs for doing episodes of the box score, which there will be one tomorrow. I just haven't made up my mind whether I want to go live or whether I want to record it tomorrow. Because I'm even looking at the Cub game right now and going, oh, come on, you guys, get some freaking runs, will ya? Although I'll admit, last night I wasn't saying that. I was, you know, saying get some ducking runs. Cap Stargate says, I haven't done anything today, but it seems like it's been long. Yeah. Right now, Captain Trek, they are losing to the Brewers. That is what's happening right now. Last I checked, it was 3-0. I just I just shook my head and went, this is what happens when you don't have pieces coming together like they should be. I know it's still early. We're only going into May tomorrow, but oh well. Yep. As always, go Cubs because I'll be checking the score off and on throughout the night. And the only mention I'll make of the game tonight will be on Twitter after the final out scored, but not yet. But with it being a Cubs Brewers series, oh, it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen because these last couple of seasons, that's what's been happening between the Cubs and Brewers. The Brewers have been hitting Cubs batters. The Cubs have been hitting Brewers batters. Oh, I got a score update for you guys, and I'm sorry for laughing, but the Cubs actually got a run, but they're still down by 3. It's now 4-1 Brewers in the top of the 4th. Uh, I tell you, and I'll mention this several times on the box score itself, and even when it's not the box score. David Ross was not my choice for manager of the Cubs after Joe Madden. Now, I do feel that the Cubs needed to get it away from the Joe Madden era. It was time. It wasn't working for either side, but I don't think David Ross was the right choice. And my honest opinion as to why they did it was simply because he was a member of the 2016 team, won the World Series with him as a member of that roster. So, it's member berries. And again, if anybody wants to come on and just shoot the breeze, well, we can do that. Let's see. All right, I'm actually getting a confirmation from a couple of people for the collector stream on the 14th. So it's going to be fun. It's got that notice right now. Now I am probably going to cut this if nobody wants to come on. But at 9 o'clock Eastern, which is in about 30 minutes from now, at least according to my clock that I'm looking at right now, I will have my re-review video of the Batman coming up. I watched it again recently, and well, I'm not going to spoil it for you. You'll just have to watch the video to hear whether or not my thoughts on the movie changed. So again, that's coming up, and then of course tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern, it'll be the Sunday morning edition of Pacific 4 and 4 Pop Talk. Now, I do want to let you guys know something that might happen tonight, and if I get a chance to, and I'm hoping I get a chance to, I might actually restream it here on my channel, but Mexican Iron Man and Master Paul are having their lightsaber duel tonight, and I'm hoping to hear from one of them soon to figure out a way to actually commentate for them during that duel. It's the actual duel. Monday we had the little trash talk session on the channel where the two of them talk back and forth. Of course, yes, I made it pretty obvious who I was siding with. So, that was pretty cool. It, I shouldn't say it was pretty cool. It was cool. It was a lot of fun. Yep. You're very perceptive, Gap Stargate. I know. But, you know, it's just one of those things. I thought I'm gonna rewatch the movie, see what I think. If I like it, then you know you'll hear it. If I don't like it, you'll hear it. But Gap Stargate, yeah, I kind of spoiled it. Yeah, I know, I know. That's just the thing about me. As I've gotten older, I've noticed that I become more of a straight shooter. It's like, no, I'm just gonna come out and say it, and if I have to be tactful about something, I'll be tactful about it. But if there's a TV show or movie I just don't care for whatever reason, I'll say it. Hey, Cash. Yeah, just doing a test stream. So, Cash, as you heard from Paul during his live stream from Nashville, the duel between him and Mexican Iron Man is going to be at 10 o'clock. Now, I don't know if that's going to be 10 o'clock Eastern or 10 o'clock Central, but either way, I had asked Paul earlier if they still wanted me to commentate, and they said yes, but I have to find out from them if one of them's going to stream it or if I can commentate while someone else is streaming. That's the thing, but I also want to get permission from that person to restream, their content because I don't want them to get upset. I better care. Well, I mean, what's there to care about when you're watching something and you're just not feeling it? Eh, That's the truth. Someone could tell me that a show's the greatest show that they've ever seen, and maybe it is for them, but I could watch it and go, "It's okay. It's nothing special. I've seen better." Thank you, GMC. It's good to see you. I hope you're able to live stream again on your channel, man. Because if you're not, YouTube did you dirty. Let's see. Captain Trek is saying hello to GMC. Like I said, if somebody does want to come on, just let me know and I'll send you the link. Right now, I'm just kind of adjusting volume levels and checking a few other things and looking at one monitor, looking at another monitor, then looking at a small display that I have. And so it could be an open topic. It's all right. It's Saturday night. Saturday night. And let's see. Just checking some other messages. Okay. All right. So I have 3 people who have confirmed. And Cash, I'm gonna ask you, since I already have 3 confirmations, are you still available for the collector stream on the 14th? Because as I said, right now, I just received 3 confirmations that so far the mission is a go. The collector stream is a go for collector stream number 2, where folks can share their collections, big or small. It's whatever they collect. It doesn't have to be the largest collection in the world. It could be the smallest collection in the world. It doesn't matter. You collect something, stop on by, talk about it in the chat. If there's room on the panel, you can come on the panel. Heck, I'll even do you a solid. I'll take myself out of the panel at one point and I'll just keep an eye on everything backstage on the studio and chat it up with the chat and let somebody have my place for a while. All right, good. So we have Cash Money who has confirmed. Baron has confirmed. Brandon the anime guy has confirmed. And Fat Steven Seagal has confirmed for the Saturday, May 14th stream where we're going to talk about our collections. I mean, I still have stuff that I want to show you guys, but I also want to make sure, first and foremost, that all the guests get to show off what they have in their collection, just like last time. And just like last time, if you don't want to come on camera, you don't have to come on camera. I've got the keyboard right in front of me. I can look it up on the interwebs and show different pictures. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And then the next big stream after that one, you know, hold on to your chairs, sit down. It is going to have something to do with sports, but it's also going to have something to do with pop culture. That's right. Next panel stream, which will be in June, and I can actually tell you what Saturday in June I'm looking at right now. So Saturday I'm looking at in June would actually be June 18th is what I'm looking to do the stream after the collector stream on May 14th, which again will be pop culture and sports. So that means if any one of you happen to be a fan of pop culture and you like several sports or a sport like me, you're more than welcome to be on that panel. And we can discuss, some of the similarities that we're seeing in current day as, far as, cancel culture is concerned and, virtue signaling and all that. So that's what's on the docket. And of course, starting June 2nd, because I haven't found anything that's currently going on that I consider being worth my time. But as of right now, unless something changes, June 2nd, Pacific 4 and 4 episode review will return with a review of episode 1 of season 3 of The Orville. So I'm looking forward to The Orville coming back. I know it's under Disney now, but when the show started, it was still technically under Fox before everything was actually finalized and approved and changed and all that. So that's what's coming up in June as far as Pacific 4 and 4 episode review. I mean, heck, the last two reviews I had done one for Peacemaker, and that was the final episode of season 1, and then I did the final episode of season 1 and hopefully the only season of the Book of Boba Fett. So, it's been a long while. And I've done several pop talks and even the box score mound visiting between that. So there's always going to be something on this channel, and I plan to play more Final Fantasy VII remake. So that's going to come up. I'll try to find a day this coming week that I can do it. Have the time to do it. Give you all a proper stream. Unlike the last time I tried to stream it, where I could only give you 38 minutes due to internet problems. So that'll be coming up too. There's always going to be something here on the channel, even if it's something like the YouTube short I put up the other day, just because I was out with a friend and we happened to stop at a rest area and we saw the sign, you know, about Mando, and I thought, you know what, I I don't care. I'm gonna do this. Hopefully, people will get a laugh out of it for being as stupid as it's gonna be. And that's why I decided to do the quick recording of me, quote unquote, looking for Mando. So I can tell that a lot of people have enjoyed it so far. I mean, it's already got 107 views or something around that mark. So, you know, don't be surprised if I do another silly little short video at some point. Might not be anytime soon, but always be on the lookout because I'm always spontaneous when I need to be. All right. I will send you the link, Cash. All right. Got it copied. And I am sending it to you in the Discord. So there you go, Cash in. If anyone else wants in, you can join in. You know, I'll I'll go ahead and edit the name of the stream from test stream to just talking or shooting the breeze. I'm gonna call it shooting the breeze. There we go. Bad for an impromptu stream. That's now known as shooting the breeze. Hey Cash, what's up, brother?
What's up, man? Thought I'd come on. Why not? So this fight, we're going to it better be epic. You know, we don't want to see the slothfulness, because if there is, we're gonna have to criticize. We can't hold back.
Are you kidding? If both of them end up failing tonight, I'm gonna give them such a hard time.
As I will as well, man. Yes, they're gonna deserve it. So
Yeah.
I don't want to see them both fall over, or some they take a sandwich break, whatever they do. You know, we want to see some blood. So let's go.
I want to see somebody grab some sand and throw it in the other person's eye.
We must see this. Yep.
I mean, it looks like from that stream that Paul shared that everybody's having a good time, and of course, I'm sitting here going,
"They're having a good time," except we're watching something that's 8-bit, and hopefully Paul will see that. And like I was like, dude, it's same with Crit earlier. He was showing in the Discord the stream, and then of course he was telling me I'm a selfish whatever, since I'm not at Nashville. So you know.
some of us wish we could be at Nashville, but we had priorities to take care of.
Yeah. So I guess I'll have to go next year, and then if I make a commitment, I need to stick to it because those guys will give me they'll give me shit about it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't understand why their internet is so bad. As I told you earlier, it really feels like Crit and Paul were sharing the same internet. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on over there. It was bad. I guess Loki did a stream earlier. Did it look better?
I haven't seen it. Let me
Oh, okay.
go to YouTube.
Should we pull it up? Yeah, or you
And
pull it up? Yeah. Just showing the convention,
because
I guess I heard. Yeah.
I didn't even get any notifications about it.
Yeah. Typical YouTube nonsense.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, because I'm not seeing anything. So
Uh,
let me go to his
so-
channel.
Okay.
All right. Almost there. I mean, he has the one from last night that he uploaded because he recorded it.
Yeah.
But I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
see
one last
anything
night.
else.
Okay. Well, maybe that's the one then.
Yeah, I mean, I did see his haul on Twitter, and he had a nice haul.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
Yeah, he was able to find the Generations Playmates Enterprise B. He also found the Generations Playmates Klingon Bird of Prey, Deep Space Nine, and several other Star Trek related trinkets at the convention.
Ooh. Very nice. Yeah.
And I'm sitting here going, oh, and I wanted those so bad when they came out,
Well,
but I never bought
yeah.
them. I never bought
Well,
them.
I don't know. I know some people were talking about I guess the Star Wars Celebration is going on now too. I don't know. Or maybe it's going on later. I'm not sure, but I feel like there's a lot of shills, a lot of Disney shills going to be there.
Yeah,
I really do. And I just don't think it was as cool as when my brother went back in 2008 or 2009.
I mean, a
But
few years ago, I was thinking about going to one, but
it's really fun. But yeah, the one, it was in California. I don't know if it's still in California or Southern California, but it had been for a long time.
yeah, because there was one a few years ago that they had in Orlando, and I'm thinking, well, that's right here on the East Coast, and I've only at that time been to Orlando, and I thought, that might be fun.
Yeah, definitely.
But
Yep.
then, of course, things came up, and it's like, okay, can't do it.
Yeah. Just can't do it.
Just can't do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Back when Saturday Night Live was funny.
Oh man, yeah, SNL had a really good run there and stuff. Now it's just all like one-sided nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, just lazy scripts and
I did create a new clip for Pop Talk. I'll go ahead and preview it.
all right, cool.
Anytime the panel gets out of hand where we can't hear what the other person's trying to say, this is what I'm going to play.
You will be silent.
Yeah. Well, that'll be for somebody we probably had a few days ago or was on the panel. A certain guy who starts with the name Z. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm kidding. Yeah, some people, it can be easy on a panel to overtalk, so. Especially about a subject you're passionate about.
I was going to say, I'm guilty of that too. And that's why I thought,
Yep.
you know what? I've got to create a clip. This way, if we're all talking over each other, we can kind of break it up. And then I decided I would get another clip too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did I upload it already? I don't think I did.
Let's see. Oh my goodness. Well, I decided to start looking at scores since we're just talking about whatever. Oh. Well, the Giants won today. Pooh. Arizona beat the Cardinals 2-0. Yikes. The Cubs are losing to Milwaukee right now.
Yeah. Don't remind me.
Those freaking Brewers, man.
Brewers.
They had a certain cheat on their team, and people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Braun.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Yeah,
I don't
Braun.
have my other clip uploaded yet, so let me go ahead and upload it while we're talking.
Yep.
But I decided, you know what? I'm going to create some clips today since I'm already editing my Batman review.
Yeah. Well, I gotta start making some thumbnails today if I can, and if I need some help, I'll just bug you, Mike.
All right.
Help me out, Mike. I need help, man. Where's Tom Cruise? Yeah. And Tom Cruise never comes, though. It's very sad.
True.
He never
But-
comes. He never comes to help.
Well, Tom Cruise is busy. He's busy
He
yelling
is.
at people for not following instructions and
Well, I mean, I guess I can understand that to an extent, but yeah. Yeah, he probably made some good points. He's still somewhat of a whack job, though. Yes,
Yeah.
Tommy boy, I told you were. I know. And I would tell you to your face if you're right here. But you're not, so.
well, here's one of the clips I added for today.
I want you to know it's over.
Well. Bye.
Oh my goodness, it's Powers Booth.
Yes,
Great
what a
actor.
great actor.
Oh yeah. Powers Booth.
Whereas
Very cool.
I could watch Tombstone all day, every day. I don't get tired of that movie.
It's a great Western, man. Way better than The Power of the Boar, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me, The Power of the Dog. Oh no. Where's Netflix to find it? Cut me down.
And hello, Dwayne Foy Jr. How you doing?
Hello.
And then here's the other one that I'll probably be using during Pop Talk a lot.
You tell them I'm coming, and hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
Mr. Kilmer. Another great actor. Yeah,
yes.
Tombstone's great, man. There's it's not the only westerns that's great too. I mean, even the remake of True Grit's a great western as
Yep.
well.
That
It just
when that
is.
movie-
The Coen brothers said, "We're just going to do this justice," and that's what you do. That's
Mhm.
it. And they added a little bit more. They changed a few things. They made the snake scene more violent, even though
Yeah.
it was like, it was creepy and it was you really were scared for that little girl, teenage girl, whatever. Yeah, it was. They did a really good job. They made the girl smarter. She wasn't as annoying, but still, the original's great. The remake's really good. One of the few remakes, I put that up there also with Nightmare Alley, which I watched the original Nightmare Alley. I was like, wow, Del Toro did a really good job
Yeah.
with this. So, and that was like the original was like 47. That's a long time ago. Yeah, it was really good. And then of course Dune. Dune was really good. Can't wait for part 2. So, yep.
Yeah, for the people that didn't enjoy Dune, I mean, I can understand. For some people, it was long and boring, but for me, I liked it.
Me too. A lot.
And I'm trying to think of other remakes that were actually pretty good. Gosh, there's one I'm trying to think of, but it's slipping my mind. But it happened to deal with the subway system, and
Yeah.
the original had Walter Matthau in it, and then the sequel had, I believe, it had Denzel Washington in it. So I'm gonna look it up real quick. Let's see. Matthau. Let's see. I'll just look at a few things. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of the name of the movie, but I thought it was real good. I believe it was made in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Hum da da hum da da hum da da hum. Like I said,
Hamina.
this is just to shoot the breeze.
That's right. This is a test stream.
No, it wasn't the Sunshine Boys. Let's see. It wasn't the Bad News Bears either.
Oh, I know it. Since we're just shooting the breeze. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, go ahead, because I'm still trying to.
You know, just so you guys know, like, this is a great time to get on Twitter and really just pretty much say whatever you want. You don't have to go overboard, but, you know, it feels like a happier place. So go nuts.
I mean, I've seen people whose accounts that were suspended, they're able to come back.
Yes. Talk about stuff that you're passionate about. Put out some good messages. I think that's what we all need to push. We need some more good messages, people that can inspire to stuff. You know, I think I'm actually going to put out another message about build something, don't cancel something.
Yeah, create something of your own that people
That's right.
will get
That's
behind.
right.
And
Don't cancel people, just create stuff. If you don't like their vision, make something you see. So, yeah.
I mean, okay, I realize that not all of us have the funds to,
No.
get a comic book going or a TV show going, but you can create it and do what George Lucas did. Try to keep creative control.
That's right.
And the
Make
movie I
something
was
awesome. Mhm.
the movie I was thinking of, because I'm looking at IMDb, it's The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Great
heard of that,
movie.
yes.
Great movie.
I think I've heard of that one. Have I watched that? I might have. Watched that.
But the original is great. The remake was great.
Oh yeah, that's a submarine movie, right? Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. I got it. Yeah.
Hey, Brandon. How you doing, brother?
Nice. Hello, Brandon. Looney Tunes. Now that's something we can talk about for days, months, years, eternity. Yes. Original Looney Tunes. And Looney Tunes, the new one, got censored a little bit. And then they're like, oh, we better fix it. I'm like, really? No. Any person who tells you Looney Tunes should be censored is an idiot. Don't listen to them. Like, ever. This is stupid.
It is. The Looney Tunes aren't known for being over the top.
That's right. And remember, people, there's nothing wrong with certain Looney Tunes that have been canceled. I don't know. Can we talk about them on the channel? I'm not sure, probably.
I don't know what the algorithm would do.
It's going to eat you like Pac-Man.
Womp, 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 womp. Who knows? I mean,
man, I don't know anymore. When is Elon Musk buying YouTube? No, I'm just kidding.
I saw a tweet today where someone said Elon, buy the WWE so it could be the
Yes.
WWF again.
I know. I saw that too. Yeah.
Oh man.
Put a smack down your candy ass. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's too funny.
Yeah, it is.
It's all jokes until somebody falls over in a pail. I don't know.
But you know how Wednesday I was,
Breaks their
you know,
foot. Yep.
talking about Elon Musk, and I've been talking to other people about the transaction too, but I strongly believe that the reason why so many accounts are being allowed to come back is because they're being given a clean slate.
As they
Even
should.
even though it's still going to be several months before Elon actually has full control. I think Twitter is giving everybody who's appealed their suspension and had their accounts activated once again a clean slate.
Yep. Yeah, and they should get a clean slate. I mean, even people who made memes about Naughty Dog and stuff. I'm sorry, Naughty Dog. Sorry, not sorry, Reese's. I think that still applies everywhere now. You guys did a good job of splitting the fan base, Sony and Naughty Dog. It's cool if you like the game, The Last of Us 2, but still did a poor job of splitting the fan base. So good job there. And then censoring people for making jokes about Naughty Last of Us 2. And if The Last of Us 2 was going to be this amazing game for a lot of people, then it would have made more money than the first game, and there wouldn't have been all these jokes, and it wouldn't have been leaked.
Mm-hmm. I
Mhm.
mean, wasn't it when The Last of Us 2 came out for its first week? It was selling like hotcakes, and then as word got around about how bad the game was, it just fell off
Yeah,
the sales chart.
it's just the story is a mess, and if people like it, once again, I'll say it's fine. I'm not going to hate you if you like The Last of Us 2. But if you're going to sit there and tell me the story isn't a mess, I'm probably going to look at you funny. It's what they did to Joel, who's another iconic character. I would say, is still wrong. Why would Joel be like this? Why would Joel
He
change? So
wouldn't. I haven't
that's
even
my
played the
problem.
games. I've
Yep.
watched, the videos of the first game, and
Yep.
it didn't make any sense to me.
Joel is not trusting like that. That's not how the character's ever been. So why would you change it? But don't ask questions. Just consume.
Do
Don't
not
do that.
question what we're doing.
That's right. Don't question. Don't question the
Obey.
Don't question the
Obey.
almighty Naughty Dog.
We are Naughty Dog. We know everything
That's
that
right.
you need to know, but we're not going to tell you
Everything.
everything that you need to know.
Yep. And also Naughty Dog and Sony dropped the ball because all the Uncharted games should come out on Steam. Not just
Mm-hmm.
2, all of them. Yes.
Well, that's another thing. Now that Sony has to pretty much publish MLB The Show for all systems, they
Mhm.
might as well publish all their first party games for PC. They're still going to make a profit.
They're gonna make money, and when people like Sega and other companies are like, oh, I didn't know that this was gonna be popular on PC. I don't know how many times we have to tell these companies this. If you have a quality port and people want it, you make money. Hello, Zan. How are you doing, sir?
How's it going, Zan? Yeah, we're just shooting the breeze. Wasn't
Yeah.
planned, wasn't scheduled, just running some tests, and then I decided I'm changing the name of the stream to Shooting the Breeze.
Shooting the breeze. Yep.
Just to make sure that breeze isn't blowing in another direction and you smell something funny.
Oh. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Ah, yes.
That wouldn't be good.
Not good at all.
Not very good. Yep. Yeah.
So think you're gonna go to any Dodger games this year?
I think so. I didn't go last year, but they aren't carding people anymore. They aren't. There's still some problems though. They're like, you can't bring this in, like if it's not a clear bag and stuff. Because my dad and brother ran into that recently when they went to a game, got a bobblehead. So yeah, Maury Wells, bobblehead night. Yes, so that's annoying, but yeah, security. But yeah, I think I'm gonna probably go to a few games this year. I think see the Dodgers, freaking Roberts, and we're gonna win it all this year. All right, Roberts, but long season.
So what do you think about Bauer being suspended for 2 seasons?
I'm fine with it. I just think it's funny that the LA Times or the LA somewhat garbage, as I like to call them, the LA Slimes, just like the New York Slimes, whatever. I just don't like the media that go, well, they're shaking their fist at you or their finger. Well, why the Dodgers need to say that they messed up with Bauer. Yeah. I'm just like, shut up. That's how these articles act. Like they're basically the 10 Commandments.
Are you kidding? Probably at the time when the Dodgers signed Bauer, they were like, "Oh, we got a former Cy Young Award winner. Yeah, the Dodgers
Yeah.
starting rotation is stacked."
They act like these newspapers, and as we know, I know for sure the LA Times have gotten actual stories wrong. So they're just a bunch of hypocrites, and I tell them to their face because I have no shame usually. But they don't. The media, they especially now with social media, that's why it's great that Elon Musk has Twitter, because it's driving people insane and it's so much fun. But um it's just the LA Times and the media, ESPN, the list goes on and on. It's like, can you guys just really stick to sports? And if you're not going to stick to sports, can you just talk about the whole situation? Like if a sports athlete came out and said, I'm not happy about some verdict, but they were found innocent, so I understand. But no, it's never that like that. So if you're not going to care about the whole story, I would say just shut your mouth. But that's mean, but it happens.
No, it's not mean. It's a matter of fact. If you're a sports writer, stick to writing sports. If your particular sport that you've been assigned to is baseball, stick to discussing what the team that you're covering is doing.
Yeah, I just so it's just embarrassing to me that these people will be like, well, this team needs to say this. They don't need to say anything to you. Nothing. You don't get to demand what they say to you about Trevor Bauer. You don't get to demand what the Dodgers say, Los Angeles Times. And if any of you ever heard this, I would say this stuff to your face. You don't get to demand what, you know what? I might put that on Twitter later. But they don't get to demand what the Dodgers do. Just because they're the media, they don't get to demand these things. They can shut up. No.
Heck, we're fans and we don't get to demand what the team does. The team does what they want to do.
That's right. So I just get tired of listening to the slothfulness.
You will obey. You will do this. You will do that. You, Pacific 4 and 4, you will obey. Don't flip me the bird. Don't flip me the bird, Pacific 4 and 4.
Yep, and it's not just sports. It's all kind of entertainment. And speaking of entertainment, do we need another Fantastic Four? We've had 2 reboots. We had 2 movies with Fox Marvel. We had that one movie with Fox Marvel, which was a reboot. Now we're having another movie where I guess the director has left the director, isn't it? Yeah, has left the production. I don't think we need this. And you know what? If we take a few-year break from superhero films, I'm okay with that. That includes DC. That includes Marvel. I'm okay with this. Yeah, we
We
don't
don't
need
need it
this.
because it's been since the early 2000s that we've been having superhero movie after superhero movie. I think it just needs to take a long break, a long
Yes,
hiatus.
yes. And if people like things like Shang-Chi, they say that right? Yes, I did. Okay. Um, or Black Widow, The Eternals, that's fine. But if somebody asked me, was I excited when they saw that trailer of The Eternals? Absolutely not. I was definitely not excited. I saw Black Widow. I wanted to fall asleep a few times. I figured out basically the plot 10 to 20 minutes into the movie. That's not a very entertaining film at all. It
I
has some
watched
great
Black
action
Widow.
sequences. It has some of the action is really good,
Yeah, some of the
but
action was good, but it was the
that was
stupid
it.
jokes. They're
It's
they're
just
they're
yes.
trying to rescue uh, the Soviet version of Captain America, Red Patriot or whatever his name was. See, I've already forgotten the name of the character,
Exactly.
but they're trying to rescue him from that facility, and both Black Widow and her sister were making jokes. It's like, oh come on, enough of these jokes. That's why
Yes.
I liked Marvel movies under Paramount Pictures. You got some of the jokes, but it was more serious.
Yep. Exactly.
But then Disney acquires it, and let's insert a dumb joke here. Let's insert a dumb joke there. Let's insert a
Yep.
joke where it really shouldn't
That's right.
be.
Every time.
Mhm.
Every time.
And even with Star Wars, The Last Jedi is the perfect example where Poe's right in front of that Star Destroyer and he's cracking jokes. It's like, dude, you're an itty bitty X Wing. That's a Star Destroyer. They should be blasting you out of the stars, but no, due to plot convenience, you destroy the cannons.
Oh.
I mean, I've only watched The Last Jedi twice, once in the theater and then once when it came out on video. And I haven't watched it since. I don't have any want, need, or desire to watch it. I mean,
I don't know. I don't either, man. Like it's just not just I don't know. There's just a lot of movies. There's a lot of entertainment in general that I just want to stay away from. I like the Batman enough. I would say it was still overall a terrific movie, but as we've talked about before, it has some problems. And I think some of those problems don't need to be in the movie personally. But there are some issues with that film, and I just don't know when I'm going to get a DC film or even a Marvel film lately where I say, you know what, there really was, except like Suicide Squad 2, I would say there really wasn't any political nonsense really in that. I just didn't find that movie that enjoyable overall. It was all right, but I found some of it boring. I just besides Suicide Squad 2, I can't with all the other films I've seen, and I don't want to see this in Doctor Strange 2. I don't want to see any of these kind of stupid politics. And I'm hoping that it'll be we won't see that. I don't want to see any of that stuff in Doctor Strange, and I'm a little Doctor Strange 2, and I'm a little worried. But we'll see. I don't think it's necessary that we have to have this underlining politics in these films. It's just ridiculous.
You know what? It sounds like something that I said during my review. My re-review for the Batman. I'm going to go ahead and play it, even though it's
Please do.
already been there, done that as far as the premiere is concerned. But I'm going to go ahead and play it. You're going to hear exactly what I said after
happy to
watching the
hear
movie
it.
for the second time. But first, I want to acknowledge Brandon Looney Tunes fan because he's only 4 away from 500 subs.
Awesome.
That's real awesome.
Very good, man.
He shows what he's passionate about, and what he's passionate about happens to be Looney Tunes. So
Awesome.
do what you love.
That's right. Looney Tunes is great. And Looney Tunes should always be great. But some of these people lately are trying to ruin Looney Tunes a little bit. That's not cool.
Yes, it is cool, Cash. It's progressive.
It's brave.
It's stunning.
That's right.
Yeah, it's stunning. Brave. Yay. All right. So here's my re-review of the Batman for anyone who's interested. Hello, Leia Rose. How you doing?
So,
I'll tell you a story about how I came up with that beat after the re-review's done.
oh, good. You have to show me where the secret beats are.
Welcome, one and all, to Pacific War and Ford Movie Review. I am your host, Mike, and in this video, I'm actually doing another review on the Batman, the re-review, if you want to put it that way. And after watching the movie for a second time, this being a month later, my thoughts on the movie still stand. This movie isn't a bad movie. It's not a great movie as far as Batman movie is concerned. Just like in my first review, the 89 Batman with Michael Keaton is still my favorite Batman movie. One of the only things that really stands out in this movie that was actually good was the car chase between Colin Farrell's Penguin and Robert Pattinson's Batman and Batmobile. Jeffrey Wright was good as Sergeant Gordon. Remember, he wasn't Commissioner Gordon yet. Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. You know, we've seen Catwoman over and over again. I think I've just Catwomaned out, to be honest. My favorite Catwoman of the three that we've seen on screen in a Batman film, and when you factor in Catwoman with Halle Berry, well, my favorite is still Michelle Pfeiffer. When it comes to Batman, my favorite will always be Michael Keaton's Batman. I do think it does a disservice to Andy Serkis in this movie as far as his Alfred is concerned, considering how little screen time Andy Serkis gets in this movie. Colin Farrell's not bad as Oswald Cobblepot or Penguin. He's just there. Everybody in this movie is just there. There's nobody standing out, like I said in my original review. There's nothing as far as action sequences go that really stands out other than the car chase scene. The car chase scene was actually one of the better car chase scenes I've seen in a movie in a long time. This movie isn't much to write home about. Yes, I would go back and watch it on a rare occasion. A few months from now, maybe a couple of years from now, I would go back and rewatch it. But this movie doesn't really have much to offer, in my opinion. Yes, there is a little bit of detective work done when it comes to solving Paul Dano's riddles that he leaves all around town at the various crime scenes. That's it. And as everybody has seen, there's the deleted scene where it seems like the Joker is the one giving the Riddler all his riddles. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, folks, but the Riddler should be smart enough to come up with his own riddle. Instead, he's getting it from somebody else. That just doesn't make sense in my opinion. I don't know that this movie has the 7 out of 10 rating that I gave it in my first review. More of a 6, a 5.5, 6 out of 10 after watching it a second time. It just has many flaws. One of those many flaws is the fact that it doesn't know when to end itself. The main ending point should have been after the Riddler was arrested. Unfortunately, it dragged on for several more minutes. You have these characters who aren't in there that much, don't really amount to the story. Yeah, the defense attorney for the city, he's killed because the bomb that's wrapped around his neck explodes. So, yeah, there's a reason why he's there. There are some characters that really don't need to be in there, and I don't feel that Adrian Brody had to be there. I don't feel that Carmine Falcone needed to be there. I think you could have just focused on Batman and Riddler, that would have been fine. But again, we probably still would have gotten a movie that dragged on and on and on and didn't know when to end itself. My second thoughts on this movie, my re-review of this movie is it's an okay movie. It's really not up to all the hype that it got initially. We saw the box office drop after a few weeks, which is to be expected, to be perfectly honest. This movie just doesn't hold up very well. There are still plot points that are rushed to, and then plot points that drag on. Whole thing about the Waynes being corrupt and Arkham's being corrupt, being interwoven into that, you know, current day politics being interwoven into the storyline. Enough. Just entertain me. Give me a good Batman movie that has Batman and a good villain. There's plenty of villains to pull from instead of the same villains that you get each and every time. Involve characters that we haven't seen on the screen before. Involve me in the story from the comic books that hasn't been adapted to the screen before. That's all I'm asking. This movie is a 5.5, maybe a 6 out of 10. It's more of a 5.5. That is my opinion. If you disagree with this opinion, leave your comment down in the comment section below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs down. Thank you. Have yourselves a great day. And remember, I'm not just a baseball guy. I'm an all-around guy. Take care, everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. The thing is, like, I agree with a lot of those points, man. I still thought, just watching the first time, I thought it was terrific. I liked Jeffrey Wright. My problem is the same as you. It's just the movie didn't know when to end, and people were like, dude. I'm like, did it? Are you sure? I mean, you can believe it did, or you had no problems with that. It's fine. Oh no, look at this. You know what, Paul? Paul.
Mexican Iron Man.
Paul, I vouched for you as your PR guy, man. Don't let me down. We're buddies, Paul. I know I should be in Nashville before Crit somehow pops in somewhere and says, "Where are you, Cash? You're not in Nashville right now, Cash. I'm not in Nashville." Anyways, but
yeah,
what the heck, Paul?
That's right.
What the heck?
Your arbiter is speaking for you on the stream right now. Meanwhile, I am speaking for the one, the only, the magnificent Mexican Iron Man who will take the gold tonight after it's all said and done.
You must beat him.
That's right. And okay, Paul, I know you're probably thinking one thing, and I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip that I prepped for Pop Talk.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
That's probably what you're saying to me right now.
Dang it, Paul. Yes, I know you are, Leia Rose. It's fine. I'm not. I'm for Paul. Oh gosh, justice for Star Trek V.
Really, justice for Star Trek V. Okay, well, Which one of the clips should I play?
Oh
Hmm.
man.
You know what? Just because I like to play it, and maybe other people don't particularly care for it, but I like it.
I know this ship like the back of my hand.
All right, all right, all right.
Oh,
just
man.
because I'll go ahead and play the other clip.
Excuse me, I'd just like to ask a question. What does God need with a starship?
There you go.
Yes, what does God need with a starship? One day we will find out, probably. Or not. Who knows? It's always a mystery. Yes. Yes, Phil keeps telling me how great Star Trek V is and how much I like it. If you hear this, blatant lies. Absolute blatant lies.
Fake news. It's fake news from Phil McCracken. Phil
It
McCracken is spreading fake news about Cash's love for Star Trek V.
That's right. Just ridiculous. Yeah, we can't have that slothfulness going on. That's going to be the word of the day today. Slothfulness. No. But yeah, Star Trek V. It's a mess. Whatever people want to tell you, they like it, fine. It's still a mess. Is it better than a lot of new Star Trek? Probably. But is that saying much? I seriously doubt it.
It's not really saying much. I mean, a lot of things could be better than current Star Trek.
Yes.
I mean, I saw the intro for Strange New Worlds, and I'm going, oh, so you're taking that intro from that series, you're taking that intro from that series. Oh, look, there's a Voyager reference.
Mhm.
Come up with your own. Come on, how hard is it?
No. Yeah, there's a lot of. I would rather watch stuff like Kim Possible, old Disney cartoons in general that have actual quality writing, than watch new Trek, really, or Doctor Who. A lot of this other so-called entertainment. It's just not, if you want to call it entertainment, it's just a thing. But there has been some good news, of course. The show Batwoman got canceled, and no tears.
I will be
anything
talking about that tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh a lot because it deserves it. Yeah. Nice, Tim Talk. Yes, dude. We'll talk more about that later.
This clip comes in handy for Batwoman.
I want you to know it's over.
Well, bye.
That's right. Bye. Yeah. Look, the funny thing about the CW is they have some good ideas, and then everything goes to hell. And that's basically what happens. They change their female characters. They change their male characters. They do some things right, then they do things wrong. And it's disappointing, personally. It just is. So, I don't know.
It's like I said on my re-review of the Batman. When you have all that source material from the comic books that you can pull from for characters and story, and you fail to pull from it, that says something.
Yep. And I always make this very clear. I'm not one of these people. I'm gonna hate you because you like something I don't. But don't come at me and tell me I'm scum because I don't like it. Because that's just ridiculous. It does make me laugh though too. So if you do tell me that, it's fine.
Yeah, that may be your side, Cash, but here's mine.
He said, "Today is a good day to die."
Yes,
No, I'm
I do
kidding.
enjoy that clip.
YouTube, I'm kidding. Everybody, I'm kidding.
I don't know. I just want, if these shows aren't that good, then just make them better. If you're not willing to make them better, then they need to be canceled. It's just the way it is. Certain people still don't want to hear why the Netflix Bebop show got canceled after one season. It just has problems, and it didn't follow the source material enough. Some of it they followed it, but not much. Then you have stuff like Santa's Inc., and it just, the list goes on, and you're just like, do you guys understand what you're making anymore, or you just throw something together in a bowl and see what happens? Throw it
Ding,
all
ding,
in a
ding,
pot.
ding, ding. You just nailed it. They just throw it in a bowl, and they hope it sticks.
It's so funny. It's so entertaining. But what if it's not?
It's not. I mean, Batwoman should have been canceled after the first episode. I only made it through 20 minutes of the first episode.
I watched the full season of that with my brother, and it had some potential, but the relationships in there were weak. They weren't interesting. Some of the supporting characters were more interesting than the main characters. And Batwoman's sister was annoying. I just want to throw her out a window. Really did. And so after one season, I was done.
Jeez. I feel sorry for you. I mean, here I am saying I watched 20 minutes of the show. You watched a whole season of the show.
I did.
Man,
yeah. I know.
I think there's something that's happened to you, Cash. I haven't gone through a whole season of that show, and it's this.
Emotional damage!
Somewhat, yeah. Just one of those things that you can laugh at. I told people already online before. I said, well, it's if you can get through a whole season of Batwoman, then you deserve a medal. And I really feel that way.
It's like Zan Zoltan even brings up Az from Hill versus Babyface. What's he gonna do now?
Yeah, I know he'll find something to make fun of.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen tweets today of Photoshop pictures of Az sitting in a spa, sitting in a pond, just relaxing in his zen space.
It's great.
But what are the long-term side effects left behind from watching Batwoman?
It's just bad. It had potential to actually be good, but it's just bad. And I don't know if there's really any long side effects. It's just that you feel like it's like a virus or you're coughing. But it's just not, it's not memorable. At least not to me.
No, a lot of what's coming out today, people aren't going to watch 5 years from now, 10 years from now, like they watch classic episodes of shows like MASH or even All in the Family. Yes, there are people who watch
even
All
the
in
old
Family.
Batman show. That had 3 seasons. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you heard, but now Warner Brothers Discovery is thinking about giving Batgirl a theatrical release.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I also heard Discovery is going to do some other stuff with drag queens for some reason. Yeah, that's yeah.
I also heard just today, and of course it's rumor. Everything's rumor anyway.
Yeah.
That Warner Discovery is looking at selling their games division.
Yes.
If it doesn't make a profit, they want it out, supposedly.
Definitely. You know what? We need to. Oh, Baron popped around. Baron's around. We need to invade Baron's channel. That's what we need to do. One of these days.
Yeah, yes, Baron. Yes. As a matter of fact, if you just want to come on and shoot the breeze,
Mm-hmm.
well,
No.
I'm going to do you a solid. If you want to, nobody has to come on if they don't want to.
No. Invade, Baron. Invade. Yes, dude. Absolutely.
Yes, I am discussing my strategy to
Oh
take
no!
over
See, I said
Baron on the
stuff,
Tog.
and then Baron's like, "You two want to be on Wednesdays? Do you want us on Wednesdays? We're not going to invite ourselves. Look, I like to make a lot of jokes. Okay, always have. But I mean, we could. What would you like us to talk about?
I mean,
What
I've
would you
done
like
it.
us to talk about, Baron?
I've done it before, where I've done an episode of Pop Talk and then hopped over to his channel.
Yeah,
I could do it.
yeah.
I don't mind shooting the breeze with Baron. I
Oh,
like
he
it.
said no, really. Yeah, me too, man. Baron's a good dude, definitely. But we don't want to boost his ego too much. Might explode.
I mean, he says, "Why do you keep asking me back?" Because I like you. I like talking to you. If I didn't like talking to you, I'd go pound sand.
He would, man.
Lies. All lies. Everything you're saying about me is lies.
Oh, hi, Baron.
Oh, hello, Baron.
Hi. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing good. Just
We're doing okay, yeah.
started off doing a test stream and then thought, change it to shooting the breeze.
I just came off about 4.5 hours with Raymond Feliciano on his Just Cause 6-month anniversary. Whew.
Nice.
That was fun, yeah. We had Gary Ambrosia from Doomcock Show that was on there, his wife with the bunnies, and Klobby even came in and said hi briefly.
Nice.
Yeah,
I do
it
not know
wasn't
those
bad.
people, but Baron's our ticket to getting us to know even more streamers.
I don't think I'm that influential.
You're gonna find a Baron.
Well, I might have to separate you from a couple of panelists on the 14th. Yeah, I might have to put you in your own corners.
Why is that?
Have you guys come out fighting.
Oh, who am I going to be fighting?
Brandon, the anime guy, and Steven.
Oh,
Fat Steven? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's going to be fun, those guys. Yeah. And, of course, I suppose old In God We Trust, All Others Pay Cash is going to be on there, too, right?
Of course he is. Of course he is.
Yeah, it's funny. This is like my second home, I guess, with channels. Second or third, I have my own, but...
Yeah. I find I've been wandering around like a nomad, even though I got my channel. That's probably why I only got 90 subs. But I know between the Kings and here and there, I just have so much fun. But honestly, you guys want to be on Wednesday night at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time? I'd love to have you both on Baron After Dark.
Yeah, man. If you want
to,
I'd come on every Wednesday, dude. I mean, I would clear my schedule for you, Baron, for sure.
Sure. Yeah.
You're one of the reasons I started watching or reading Shadows of the Empire comic.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
You and Ryan Kinnell. When I finish it, I'm going to actually make a tweet about that.
Oh, really? So what are you thinking of it so far?
I like it a lot, but I understand if people don't like bounty hunters and stuff. I love bounty hunters, dude. Mm-hmm. I look at that and I say to myself, why wasn't the Book of Boba like this?
Yeah.
Just the banter, Boba Fett is Boba Fett. It's great so far for me. It's great so far for me. So, yep.
I mean, there was a whole series of Boba Fett comics that were made up. Several of them written. The artwork was by Cam Kennedy from 2000 AD fame over in England, and then there was another one. I don't know who did the artwork. It was called Twin Engines of Destruction. And that was actually Boba going up against a doppelganger by the name of Jodo Kast, which is another great story. And they touch with him coming out of the Sarlacc. In fact, the one image that they have, I believe it's in the Twin Engines of Destruction. You don't see Boba's face or anything, but you see like his back. It's naked. You can see all the marks on his back
Oh wow.
that was from the Sarlacc, and it's like, now this is freaking awesome. And
Ooh.
it's just like you said, why wasn't
Yes.
Book of Fett like this? And it should have been.
I don't know. And it was written by, the thing is, all these people, one thing I always like to point out is all these people can fix their mistakes. The question is, will they? Will they?
Mhm.
And if they come out and say, look, we screwed up, they don't have to, but if they show some humility, I think it would be better for the fans. And if the fans are going too far and they're sending them evil comments and this and that, but it's like fans have always been rough, especially if they love something. So if something turns out not good, they're gonna tell you about it. And
Right.
if these companies really still cannot take constructive criticism, why are they even around?
Exactly. And that was one of the problems George Lucas had, too.
Yes, George Lucas got upset about a lot of the criticism he took for the prequels. Yes. Mhm.
Right. And they usually, in those, like, especially with the first one, and it was basically in a different, basically focused on about 3 or 4 different things on that one. But like I said, he needed to have someone like the Inklings. He needed to have someone to sit down and go, George, this isn't a good idea. In fact, Brian Blessed even walked up to George and he said, how are you writing these Gungans like we have? That's not really good.
No.
But George wouldn't listen. He said, no, I want it that way.
Yeah.
So, and that's, like I said, one of the best things that was for the original Star Wars was his ex-wife.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Marcia
She was the one that,
Lucas.
yeah.
Right.
And she's very humble about it. She says, no, I'm not the savior or anything. But really, her input and him listening to it was the important thing. And George needed that. And he didn't have anybody.
No. Not that those movies turned out bad. It's just
No.
there could have been a few different things. It's all right though. Still, it turned out to be still a pretty spectacular story. So.
Oh, that's still better than what we got with Disney. Let's just put it that way.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I just we'll see if there's some quality entertainment moving forward. I'm now worried about. I thought Discovery Plus buying Warner Brothers and DC and whatever, I think it's a package deal or something, that they're going to, when they said they wanted the face now of Batman and Superman, and I agree with one of my other friends who I was talking to recently, he says, and Wonder Woman should be in there too. I said, I agree, since those are the 3 that started the Justice League. If they're going to be serious about that, it's fine. It's just they need to go away from this pandering woke stuff, whatever it is, and just make good stories and flawed characters again. And who knows what's going to happen, but all this stuff can be fixed. It's just the question is, will they do it?
Yeah, I think it will get fixed. I think we're on the eve. We're on the cusp of it. We just have to endure a little bit, and I think people have been waking. I mean, I hear they're wanting to bring that Henry Cavill is being brought back for Superman. They're bringing back
Nice.
Ben Affleck. So I mean, right there's a little bit of listening right there, especially after you say, "No, we're just going to wipe it off."
Yep.
But I think there's enough people, especially with the economy the way it's going, they're starting to realize they have to listen to us. We're the ones that when we say something means something because we're the ones that pay.
Yep.
And they're too busy listening to the people that don't pay, that don't partake in the product.
Yep.
And it's just going to come to the point. And one of the biggest thing I think is going to help us here, as silly as it might sound to people, but it's Elon getting Twitter.
It's a big deal. It's a huge deal. It really is, and Twitter just seems like a better place. And I think if now's definitely the time to just bring out good messages to people, maybe to inspire people.
Right.
I really believe that. Yep.
And you are now seeing even more so the ugly fangs of those SJWs out there who are screaming that free speech is bad speech. And now I think people are actually seeing this. When former President Obama came out and sat back and said that the First Amendment does not go to Twitter or Facebook it's like, aha, you finally went out there and did it. You finally admitted it. So, yeah, I think that's opening people's eyes. I think they're realizing this more. God bless Elon for what he's doing. I just hope, he is serious about it, which I think he is.
Oh
I
yeah,
really do.
he is.
And
You can already tell it's a better
mhm.
platform, but yeah.
I mean, I'll believe it even more so when William Shatner is the logo for Twitter. Do you see that tweet? That's
Yes,
a wonderful tweet.
so funny.
Yeah, I saw it from Anna, that Star Wars girl. That's why I retweeted it.
Mm. I mean, they're all out there. I mean, I should watch Anna's stuff more often. She's good. I like her.
Yep.
But I just
Yeah, her
this-
artwork is really good, just like EVS. I mean, yeah, I watched her whole stream about She-Ra Princess of Power. That was crazy with Geeky Sparkles from Clownfish TV. That was
Mhm.
really interesting. I think I don't usually watch a whole stream or somebody else's stream for like 2 hours, but that one was really good. And they basically covered everything that I felt. It's just this is not He-Man. This is Princess of Power is just that. Is that really She-Ra? I don't think so. She-Ra to me is, of course, the '80s one, strong female character, and yeah, those people attack people and send them threats and all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. Listening to that, I was like, wow, that is something. It's not really surprising, sadly, but yeah,
no.
no.
But and the big thing is them saying their death threats. It's the majority of them are empty. You just want to make sure the ones that are really unbalanced,
Yep.
you know, don't wander around and do something. And you know what? They are getting really unbalanced. They really are. And I
Well,
like
they
it.
are, and there's even some former presidents who are unbalanced. But I don't want
Mhm.
Mike's channel to be taken down.
No.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Well, I know Harry Truman is really pissed off about this whole thing. I mean, he really is. When he said the buck stops here, he really didn't mean it.
It's too
Oh,
funny.
and not blank.
That's right. And there it goes. There goes the channel. Yeah. No. I mean, they're trying to. That's right. They're trying to tell us that, video game companies, for example, need an ethics department. Video game companies, no, absolutely not. And Square Enix has an ethics department, and you're just like, why?
Yep.
It's disgusting. It really is. I just, if I'm running a company, I'm like, absolutely not.
That's because everybody's doing the modifications to Tifa.
That's right. Why?
Well,
and they should.
And this is nothing new. I mean, back in the 80s when you had them all out there whining and crying about how bad video games are, we need to have this, we need to have oversight. Tipper Gore and what's his name? He ran for vice president with
Al Gore. He invented the internet.
No, not Al Gore.
Oh,
no, not Al Gore.
About,
Senator.
You're talking about the guy who cheated on his wife, right?
He's in Vermont or whatever. I just got a mail block.
Bernie Sanders?
Not Bernie Sanders. No, not him. Oh, Jiminy Crickets. I hate having mental blocks. This is what happens when you get old. But Tipper Gore, of course, she helped with a lot of that, giving us the warning symbols on the albums and stuff like that, which in some ways I'm not too against.
No,
it was better than what she was wanting to do in the first place.
Yep, definitely.
But I mean, she was one of those that destroyed, get rid of D&D. She was one of those that was all over the place on that.
What about the children?
Yeah, exactly. And Al Gore on the other side, he was cool with it. I mean, he was the one that he would go to Futurama and stuff like that. Gee, I wonder why that marriage broke up there.
Yeah.
Who did he run against? It was Al. What was he running with? Al Gore? Oh, I can't remember what his name is, but he was one of the senators. They both came up and was doing all the attacks and getting the labels and stuff like that. So this is nothing new. It's been. I mean, even going back with the comic code back in the 50s, because Gaines was putting out EC Comics, and he had all the horror comics, and oh my God, there's going to cause kids to go out there and kill each other, and so on and so forth. So now we got to have our the comic code. Everything's now sanitized for our kids to watch, and of course, Gaines put his full effort into Mad Magazine, but of course, he wasn't the only one that was doing that. But it's always been there. I'm not surprised that they're wanting to have these ethics departments. Like, what ethics?
I don't know. It's just weird.
One person
really bizarre. Yeah.
One person goes out there and cries, "Oh my God, this is racist." There's one person that's doing this. Like, okay, we got to do something about it. And I remember the Oriental Adventures for Dungeons and Dragons when it first came out. People started screaming about, "Oh, this is horrible! It's making light of the Oriental culture and this and stuff like that. It's not accurate." And I'm sitting back going, "Well, what about the European stuff they had in there for D&D? Boy, was that very accurate, huh?"
Dude, that TSR art was just you could just see so much love and detail and passion into that art. My dad has a lot of those TSR books, and you just look at those, you're like, wow. Just wow. Yep.
And it's just pen and line drawings, a lot of them, and it still jumps out and it's alive to you. I mean, a lot of people will go with Paladin in Hell. That was in, I believe, the Player's Handbook. I can't remember if that was Player's Handbook or Dungeons Master Guide, but that's always said as one of the pinnacle of artwork that they had back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's
amazing.
It's just incredible. And so, of course, now TSR or D&D has been infected somewhat by politics, and because I had read about that recently, and I was like, really? This too? Great.
Oh, yeah. It's Hasbro. Right. It's not TSR. Of course, TSR is gone. It's not Wizards of the Coast because they got gobbled up by Hasbro. Now you got those schmucks running the things, and look at the fine job of stuff that they're doing there. And if you ever get a chance, I don't know if you guys have Amazon Prime.
I do.
I have it.
Yeah. Go watch a documentary called Eye of the Beholder. Look it up there. It's all about the art of Dungeons and Dragons, and they focus a lot on the early days of the artists out there, Elmore and Isley and Tramp and all the others. But when it comes to the end, where they start showing who the person is in charge of the art department, boy, that's going to answer a lot of frigging questions right there. And I'm not going to spoil it. I mean, it's a great documentary, but that end, you sit back and go.
I wish we could get more documentaries like The King of Kong. That was a very good documentary about the whole point system, and you had that Billy Mitchell guy, and then you had that other dude who had a family, and he was trying to beat his score, and he cheated. Did you see that one, Baron?
No, I did not.
You didn't? That. Oh, it's so good. King of Kong. You'd be able to find a clip of it, Mike, I think, on YouTube right now, if you wanted to. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
it's called The King of Kong?
Yes. It's like Donkey
so good. Like Donkey Kong, yes.
Okay, yeah. Because, back in the day, all the competitions you had on there.
Dude,
I don't know.
If you watch that documentary, there is an older man on there said he became a referee because he wanted it to... I can't... It's so ridiculous. He says he became a referee for the chicks. That was his, and we went, come on, dude. My brother and I just couldn't stop laughing. But you'll see that documentary. It's funny. I think we could show clips of it. I don't know, but it's very.
I'll take a look at it real quick. Just to see.
Yeah,
it should be all right. There might be even some from IGN that you can show from there. But very good documentary. You've got one guy who's basically some kind of douche, and then you have the other guy who has a family, and you're pulling for him. And there's a lot of emotion there because he's been working. The man who has a family is working very hard to beat the score.
I would show clips, but according to
Mhm.
what I just saw in the opening intro, this was originally a Time Warner released thing, so I don't want Warner Brothers coming after me.
Oh
And
yeah, we can't have that.
Yeah,
We
schmucks.
could show pictures though, right?
yeah, I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
we could.
pictures you could. Yeah.
Should be.
I mean, the
able to
funny
show
thing is,
pictures.
this stuff only promotes it. They shouldn't. That's
I
the
know.
one thing that bothers the hell out of me
Yes.
about these companies now.
Mm-hmm. I know.
You show something like that, and they get their nose out of joint. But it's like, this is
Yep.
free advertising. Who's the
It
people
is.
running your company?
Exactly.
In
Yep.
the old days, they loved it. I mean, you watch the old Let's Make a Deal, and people would be dressed up in Superman costumes, literally
True.
out there. And it's
Yep.
like Warner Brothers will sit back and go, free advertising. Hey, look at that.
Yep.
Now it's like,
Yep. There he is. There's the douche, Billy Mitchell. When you look into him and his
Oh,
life,
I've watched this. I've watched this.
yes,
oh, okay.
This guy's a son of a bitch.
he still
He
is.
looks it. He
He's
looks
still. He's a. He sells hot sauce. His business is selling hot sauce.
Okay.
But
Now,
yeah,
honestly,
I mean,
is he the
Mhm.
basis of Dinklage in Pixels?
yeah, probably.
Because he looks like, if
He
you shrunk
does,
him down,
doesn't
he looked like Dinklage in Pixels, honestly.
Dude, Dinklage has been was running his mouth off recently,
Yeah.
especially about Snow White. And you're just like, dude,
Mhm.
just shut up.
Oh, they had that fire on the set over there in England for Snow White. And we're all sitting back saying, where's Dinklage? Dinklage is out back there with a gas can and a match.
Just yeah, it's a mess.
Yeah, Donkey Kong is one of the great classics of his day, I tell you. And that guy
yeah.
looks like a douche. That looks-
He is. He talks like one too. Like Mike's seen this. I haven't watched this. My brother has this on DVD, but this is yeah. You should watch this one. You'll like it
I
a
need
lot.
to.
It's very.
I
good.
think I would. Have you guys
Very
ever heard of a show called Starcade?
I have.
Sounds familiar.
I believe it was TBS did it back in the early 80s. It ran about
Mhm.
3 seasons. They had 2 hosts. The second host was Jeff Edwards, a great game show host. And it was basically kids or whoever going on the show and trying to beat each other's scores playing these various different games. And of course, when you get prizes, including a video game. And there it goes, Starcade. One of the great things is when Jeff Edwards died, I always sat back and said, there goes one of us, because he went out and made the effort to go to the arcades, play these games, learn how to play the games, learn what the games are about. So he went out there and talked to the kids. He wasn't this douchey schmuck like the other guy was. The other guy didn't really give a crap. That's why he only lasted like about a half a season. But yeah, that was a great show. I tried watching it as often as I could.
Mhm.
They used to have the episodes on YouTube. I don't know if they still do or not. But
Like
yeah,
Jack.
especially when you got the episodes with Jeff Edwards, it's like that what really made that show good. That really made it good.
Yeah, dude, these shows can be really fun and exciting and entertaining, but that's why all this stuff is just not it's not the same anymore. And once these people start going into their whole activist nonsense, it's just these shows just it's like I don't want to watch this. I'm not interested in being lectured by people who are supposed to be comedians, supposed to entertain me.
Right.
With their I'm not if people want to think that's entertaining, knock themselves out, but it's really bad.
The art of the political humor is
they have it.
knowing that they do still have all multi. Yeah, I believe every episode exists except for one episode of that show. One episode's missing. But yeah, if you get a chance to watch that show, it's great. It really is.
Cool. I'll have to check
You know,
that out.
Yeah, the
Definitely.
I'm
episode.
not gonna play the whole thing, but
No.
This is Starcade, TV's first video arcade game show. A game show for today. And here's your host, Mark Richards.
Yeah, he wasn't good. He wasn't a good host.
You
you can
gotta
tell he's full of it.
Yeah, you gotta bring a certain. First of all, I think when you want to do stuff and you have a passion for this. That's why stuff like Attack of the Show worked, not because there was sex appeal in there, but because those women they were having fun. The men were having fun. They were doing silly stuff, and that's what you should do. And they seem to care about, even if it's scripted and they have people working on these shows, they just seem to be having fun, and that's what you want. And so if you're gonna have a video game company, you should know things about video games. You shouldn't be like these stuffy CEO people running around like, well, what do we want? Oh, well, what did Twitter say today? Well, it's just funny. Yeah.
Well, you know what's bad with the SJWs when I can't remember which one of the Battlefront games that came out. They insisted that you had black National Socialists running around there. Yeah, we'll take the armbands off, but you can still be black. It's like, excuse me, inclusionary goes a little bit too farther. You do not see a lot of blacks in the Waffen SS. Thank you kindly.
Right.
I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yep. They tell you that these there's this Battlefield has changed so much, and they also are like, well, we can't make a single player campaign. Okay, if that's the case, then why did you guys make a very good one in Bad Company 2? How many times has fans asked you guys to make a Bad Company 3? You don't do it. There was a lot of good destruction in that game. You made a very good campaign. It was better than Battlefield 3. It was better than Battlefield 4. It was better than Battlefield 1. And so you guys can do this stuff. Just like Respawn did a very good job with Titanfall 2 campaign. You had a smart AI. You had a quality campaign. They can do these things, but they don't. And it's frustrating. And they make excuses all the time about this stuff. So, yeah.
That's all they can do is make excuses.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just, it's almost like you need to sit down and look at the history of video games, going back to even the old console 2600 Pong games, and realize what is it that, I mean, I had Fast Steven on, and of course asking, I didn't really get a good answer from him, but what's the game that got him in there? He just basically was like any game, boom. Basically he was do a video game like Squirrel to a Shiny Object.
Yes,
but I remember what really fascinated me is we had a roller skating rink called Saints Roller Skating Rink, and in one of the corners they had Lunar Lander from Atari, and you go in there, and of course your job is to land the LEM on the moon, and you had that control for the thruster, like you can imagine this is just like they have on there, and of course the other controls, and that what drew me in is like it brought an ambiance to this game you're playing. It wasn't just a couple buttons; you actually had the lever, and it's things like that started bringing you in. It's like, oh, there's something more to these games, and start getting you wrapped into playing these. Of course, Pac-Man was such a huge deviation in many ways because, like they said, it wasn't a game where you're going around killing people. You're just eating dots and trying to escape the ghosts. I mean,
yeah, it was. It was basically just that. It's amazing that it. Yeah, I don't know what to think about this. And even playing these old arcade games, I was playing Outrun the other day, and I'm like, wow, this is still fun. I was playing on my computer. It's still a blast to play. The arcade games, that's why, Mike and I had been talking about, and other people have been talking about, we're waiting for stuff like that Shredder's Revenge, because it just brings back great memories from the arcade all over again. And you've obviously got people who are working on it that love Turtles, and that's what you need, and especially the 80s and 90s, which were just classic Turtles. Go back and watch those cartoons until your head explodes, because they're just so much fun.
Just keep that schmuck Rogan, or Seth Rogen away.
I know. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yep. And then, and speaking of that, you see I saw the thing on Twitter, you've got you've got the person who said they're going to use, because the world has changed so much since the first time X-Men was out in the 90s that they're going to do real world politics. I'm like, well, we know where that's going to go, right in the trash. It's going to ruin it. And why don't we just leave this stuff alone? Sometimes we can just leave it alone. And if you guys want to do something, just remaster it. Just remaster it. That's all. Make it brighter or whatever. Yeah.
X-Men dealt with real world politics,
Yes,
but they
it
did it in
did.
such a way that was
Exactly.
groundbreaking. And of course, they brought in the realism of the past with the Holocaust, stuff like that, reason why people were.
Right.
But the thing is that's going to be so much different from them, where they're just going to go out there, Orange Man bad, Red Hat's bad,
Right.
blah
exactly.
blah blah.
I
Right.
can definitely
Yes,
see that. Yeah.
especially red hats with cardinals on them. They're very bad.
Did your team lose again, Mike?
The Cubs are about to lose, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yes. They're losing 9-1 right now. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yep.
But yeah, I mean, when you're starting to put the presidents on the covers, and I mean, I remember back in the '80s when Action Comics, they started doing it as a weekly again, and they put Dead Man in one of the segments.
Yeah.
And artist friend of mine, Gordon Purcell, we were talking about it. And one of the segments had Dead Man and some other spirit. I can't remember what it is. I'll have to dig through and read it. But they inhabited the body of Mikhail Gorbachev and Ronald Reagan and were battling. And Gordon said to me, he goes, he's not my guy, but that was very disrespectful.
Yeah. Of
And
course.
it's like, yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, they should not have been done. I mean, we're talking about the comic universe. Obviously, Frank Miller did a bit of it with The Dark Knight Returns, but that's Frank Miller. What do you expect?
Yeah, that's fine. It still worked. That was still a really good graphic novel. Mm-hmm.
Right. And, that one worked, but it's like, you got to be careful when you go around there, and these people don't know how to be careful going around doing it.
No.
It's just like, I got a sledgehammer. But, again, I think we're in the cusp. I think even the comic, I'm praying to God, and I'm serious about it, I'm not being blasphemous, that it does change.
Well, I want
And
there to be and I want there to be like a King Spawn movie just to show Marvel and DC this is the way to do things, because I could see how good that could be, even better than the original Spawn movie, or some kind of continuation or whatever. Yeah,
right.
I think that could be amazing.
Well, one thing I didn't mention during Wednesday's Pop Talk was, these people that are in charge of these franchises now, they have no respect for the franchise that they're in charge of.
No.
And the way I look at it is, if I'm a custodian to this franchise that's already been established and it already has characters that are established and rules that are established, then I'm going to do, to the best of my ability, everything I can to obey the rules of that particular universe, whether it be Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who.
Yes, me too. That's how I feel. G.I. Joe, whatever it is, Transformers. Look, I understand how people feel about those movies, but at least the first three I did enjoy. I would say I enjoyed 1 and 3 the most, but after that I was pretty much done with watching. Oh, and Bumblebee. Bumblebee was a good movie. I thought it was a fun story. It was good. I liked it. But it still felt like Transformers. I didn't watch the Mark Wahlberg ones. If there were 1 or 2 of them, I don't know. But I just watched the 4 of the Transformers. 2 was somewhat weak, especially when the Transformer turned into a human woman. That was really weird. But
that was dumb.
Bizarre. It was dumb, yes. Some of the shots that Michael Bay has when he's focusing on women, I thought were actually personally inappropriate. I wouldn't cancel him, but I was like, dude, I don't know about that, but whatever. But yeah,
he's a horn dog.
Yes, I would say so. They still felt like Transformers. Is it like the 80s movie? No. Is it like the original 80s film? No. But it still felt like Transformers. And that's what I wanted. And they got original voices too, and that's important.
Yeah, that's kind of right there a major thing with having respect. And just like you we're saying is, these people don't have respect. And it looks like Mike's going to play something here, so I'll hold off for a second.
No, you can
Cybertron.
keep talking.
Oh, okay, sure. Okay. I don't know if we're going to have a point in this one, but I mean, you heard it straight out of the former fat man's mouth. I didn't like He-Man, so but I'm going to do it. Kevin Smith, as he's weeping about something left and right, and it's like turning your geek card.
Yeah, I know. He's just changed so much. I know he had a heart attack, but it's just like, dude, you went after YouTube channels that basically called you on their lies. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Right. And these people don't know the product. These people here don't have a love. They just see the image. It's like, well, what can we do to take it? Or they heard people, about it. It's like, oh, we can turn it into this. And you know what? For the answer to that question down there, I have never seen any of the J.J. Abrams Star Trek films.
Oh, yes, I did. I did watch Beyond, actually. I've watched all the J.J. Abrams films. I remember liking Beyond, but it's not something I remember like Star Trek 4. It's just not, or definitely Wrath of Khan. Well, but I
like parts of Beyond, but if you were to ask me, is it memorable? No, it's not.
It's not memorable. I can't even really remember it. It was on the other day.
I just could not bring myself to watch it. And of course, the first one, seeing all those goddamn lens flares. My word, I swear that I'd walk out with a migraine with that.
Ooh.
But forcing all the characters together, like that, is like, excuse me. You realize that Chekhov would be too young to be part of your crew at this time. There's age differences between you, but let's put them all together. It's like, okay, that's your fanboy ignorant stupidity right there. And I read enough about them. It's like, there's no way I can watch it. I mean, yeah, there might be a good popcorn film or whatever, but this is not Star Trek.
They're just not memorable. It's
it's done by someone who sat back and said, I don't like Star Trek.
Ugh. That's always a problem.
Yeah, I mean, he said, I'm not a Star Trek fan. Well, the big thing is with Star Trek 2, Harv Bennett and Nicholas Myers, they weren't Star Trek fans either, but yet they went through and immersed themselves in the history of Star Trek.
Yeah, the director of Rogue One was like, I don't care about Star Wars, but I care about good storytelling, so I'm going to... he obviously did some research and said, we're going to make a good story. That's what people want. We want good story, flawed characters, and just go from there. I have friends who are just like, one of my friends especially, she's just like, I want a lot of representation. And I keep pointing out to her, I says, are these characters going to be flawed? Are they going to be, are the relationships going to matter? Like, these things need to matter. We need to show these studios how you do it right, because representation can be done right, but these studios have failed lately, the way they're going about it.
The representation that is true that needs to be done is the flaws.
Mm-hmm.
The flaws that these characters have. And the flaws go back ages. I'm talking about millennia when you had your stories of heroes. I mean, Hercules being a hot-headed schmuck who kills his family and sent out on doing these Herculean tasks.
Right.
You have Achilles, who is an arrogant prick, but he has that heel that is that's his downfall. You go through the stories; these people have flaws, and sometimes the heroes are not somebody to look up to, but they're doing heroic deeds.
Yes,
so that's representation. I don't want representation of me. The last thing I need is a 400-pound flat blob rolling around out there going, oh my back, oh my back, oh my back.
You know what? We're going to write that story. I'm going to tell my friend to write that. Oh my back. That's what it's going to be called, Baron. Oh my back.
I mean, heck, as a kid, one of my first heroes as a 6-year-old was this guy that you see on screen, but not this iteration of him. It was this.
One shall stand, one shall fall. Why throw away your life so recklessly?
No, he's gonna die.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I was 8 years old when the movie came out, and when he died, I did start crying. After
Aw.
the movie, I had to wait for my parents because they went and saw Top Gun, and they come out of the auditorium all happy and cheerful, and then they see me and I'm crying. They're all, "What's wrong, Michael?" Optimus Prime died.
Yeah.
And that's good storytelling. That's the thing.
Yes.
I mean, it,
Yep.
it touches you. I mean, it was something that was shock. It got you there. I mean, Orson Welles was, his last role really that was released after his death. But of course,
Yeah.
he was bad mouthing it. I'm doing this cartoon show. But the thing is, you know what? It mattered to the kids. Be happy about that.
Yeah.
Leonard Nimoy being in there playing. I can't remember who he was playing again in that one.
Galvatron.
He was Galvatron. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a voice in the third
Actually-
Transformers live action film.
And who was it that played Rodimus Prime again? That was another. Kind of
Judd Nelson. Judd Nelson played Rodimus Prime, aka Hot Rod.
Oh, Judd Nelson from my.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Breakfast Club.
Can we find that
Yeah.
joke on Family Guy? Hey, I'm Judd Nelson. I'm just staying here. It's so. He's dating Molly Ringwald because something happened with Lois and they had to go back in time. Oh, I miss classic Family Guy. I really do.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
love the show when it was
gosh.
back and
So-
stupid.
Oh my gosh! There's just so many clever things that they came up with, and now it's just it's not the same. The last 2 years, Seth has really dropped the ball, and it's just disappointing.
Well, he's
They-
gotten so big. He's so big for himself. It's like, no, I'm serious. I got their Orville. And
I
stuff
just
like that.
yeah, it's like, but it's just he came out and he's basically started pandering, and it was like, no, you just can't do that, man. Just don't keep making the jokes you want to make. You never worried about people being offended by Family Guy before. Why would you change? And so you just feel like it's.
It stinks.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not very good.
And here's
I
a
was-
little clip of Leonard Nimoy as Galvatron.
Here's a hint. Will anyone else attempt to fill his shoes?
So good, just so good.
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
that voice, man. Nobody had a voice like Leonard Nimoy. The guy, yeah, just great. Great Spock. Yep, does voice acting. I've even seen him pop up in music videos.
Mhm.
Yeah, at least one I remember. He popped up and it's pretty funny.
In search of da 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 da. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, he was a 1 in a million person. Leonard
Yeah.
Nimoy. Everyone who's trying to fill his shoes playing the part, you're not doing it. You just can't get there.
yeah. Zachary's not bad as Spock.
He's not bad.
He's
He's
not
not
bad. No. He
But
was
that other one, the Pencil Neck Geek, the one they have with Discovery and now Strange New Worlds.
Does he
Yeah.
seem like Spock? Isn't Spock gay now or something? I don't know.
Oh yeah, he and Kirk are going to bang. No, I'm serious.
Is that true?
Yes.
Oh,
yes. They took 70 and 80 girl homoerotic fan fiction and now bring it into Star Trek. I mean, back in the day, we'd go to conventions, you look through all this stuff, and you'd have this fan fiction, and it was always written by girls, always written by women, and they'd have these Kirk Spock homoerotic fan fiction, and that's a classic there. And now I guess they're making.
Sharp is a brave little hobbit whom we all admire with his long wooden pipe.
Oh my goodness.
He lives in a hobbit hole and everybody knows him.
Bilbo.
I can't play much of
Bilbo
it.
Baggins.
Oh,
Only
yeah.
3 foot tall. He's Bilbo. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's. He still has the spot there.
Funny.
Yep.
Gosh.
Oh, back in the day when stuff like that was fun, people just it's just like Shatner doing Rocket Man for the 78.
Oh
science fiction
gosh,
convention.
dude. You should find Stewie's version of that. It's so
that is hysterical.
It's so good. Oh my god.
And again, when Seth MacFarlane was good.
Yeah, I mean, my brother asked him a question at the Star Wars celebration because Family Guy was there. They were showing off Blue Harvest and nobody had seen it. And he showed about 30 minutes of it. It was just Seth seemed like a really cool guy. I don't care what his politics were, but Family Guy's changed. Now, Orville, from what I heard, is still going well, and it's the best Star Trek according to Mike. And I watched some of Orville, but I might end up Nerdporial and Paul and Master Paul.
Yeah, I've seen the couple episodes. I mean, I saw the first one. I saw the one where Seth MacFarlane and his ex-wife, they're in the zoo, and I've seen a few episodes. Yeah, there we go.
Last night, pre-flight. 0 hour. 9 a.m.
Oh, yes.
And I'm gonna be high.
So good.
As a kite.
So funny.
Yeah, it is.
I love pulling out the Shatner one to people who've never seen it. I said, "Oh, you got to watch this one." It brings life to a party. I tell you,
it does. It does. Shatner always liked to have fun.
I mean, yeah, I love Shatner.
Yeah. Aren't we allowed to show this stuff if it's shown by someone else? I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Well, I mean, the one thing that helps Mike is he's not monetized. So
yeah,
that's true. That is very true.
Collaboration with Elton John has made him one of the world's.
Here, I'm gonna try to get to the actual song instead of.
Yeah, there's a lot of BS in the beginning of that one. Yeah. Blah blah, yada yada, clap clap, up.
Last night, pre-flight. 0 hour. 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be high.
Yeah. It's not time for the fight, is it?
I'm gonna check social media, see if I'm getting.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got the
either
big
one
fight.
of the contestants.
We can watch it on here, I'm sure, or whatever.
Yeah, because I thought you were going to be streaming that.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
That's what I thought too, and I asked Paul, and he says he wants me to do it, but I have been told whose channel to go to, whose feed to go to stream it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him real quick.
Probably having his butt kicked, right?
It's going on right now. What
channel? What channel?
It looks like Echo Base Network.
Echo.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Are they doing the lead ups or? Let's take a look here. Oh, screw it. I'm going to do it on this one.
A leader in cybersecurity education. One of
All right, I'm going to remove that.
Yeah. Where the hell is Echo?
Okay, is this?
I think it's it.
I always appreciate chatting with you.
Oh, really?
Come on.
It's
Where is this?
over?
I ran it back. I have it on my screen. Let's see.
Who's in the
Dude, this is not leading up to the epicness that I expected. What the? All right, let me You want me to stream this? I ran this back.
So
Thanks,
what?
Cash.
The Matt Cave.
All right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, Matt Cave, Obsession, and let me.
I just see a lot of talking going on here.
All right.
Looks like they've been doing it for about a couple hours.
All right. Let's see this.
Oh, is this it? Okay.
Yeah, this should be it. Let me run this back a little bit.
It was.
All right.
We know I've had here.
Oh boy, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the fight between Mexican Iron Man and Master Paul.
Who's in the?
We got Coach here in the green. And we got Nick.
Oh, that's Coach and Nick right there, actually.
Hold on.
All right.
Oh, let me keep playing it. There we go.
Okay.
Nick
Okay.
over here with the gray and the red saber.
Okay, I can tell the way that Coach has his.
There's an echo. I don't know if I can get rid of that.
7:30. Both their feet are somewhat similar. Arm his, I don't know if it's like frozen that way or the way the pictures of the video is like looks like wavy or whatever.
Is it working? Okay.
They're aimed at both their necks. It's making me nervous just looking at it. I'm not gonna lie.
Are they just talking about the stances?
Are they just talking?
Yeah.
Where's the?
Wow.
Hold on. Let me pause this.
Blah, blah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nick is chasing Coach.
Come on, man.
I used to
Ooh.
take a lot.
This is not. What is this?
Oh, come on. We could have done a hell of a lot better job for them. Come on.
What is going on?
X-Wing.
Coach, Nick.
What? Oh my goodness. That is right.
Yeah, what? What are you guys doing to us
Halfway
here?
through that, I was like, "Wait a minute!" I just realized what blades are they using? Because the hard.
Oh,
contact
this is
soft
now
contact
Coach
is
first,
crazy
Nick.
as
This
soon as
is
it
not. Where is
Good
the?
break.
Yeah, that's Coach and Nick.
This is Coach and Nick. Now he's chasing him.
He does yell, "Get off me, man."
He said, "Get off!" This is ridiculous. Where is the fight?
Oh, come on. Ah.
Oh my God.
Where is the fight?
We've been gypped, man. What the
I'll be right back.
hell?
Man. Dude.
So great. Yeah. So we're, I don't know, I don't know how much longer I got in me. My cheeks hurt from laughing so much.
My face
That
is
was
killing
good
me,
for me.
dude.
Well, I'm glad they're laughing.
Out of each other. That's what best friends do.
Dude, where is the? This is
Well,
disappointing.
maybe they haven't done. Maybe they haven't done theirs.
No.
yet.
Yep.
The only thing I can think of.
All right. What is going on here? What kind of shenanigans are going on?
I'm calling shenanigans. I'm both of those guys.
What is
Shenanigans.
going on for this?
Master Paul and Mexican Iron Man. Shenanigans.
Oh my gosh. All
If this
right.
ever happens, then we're going to have to make sure it's placed.
Okay,
This is the
I
time.
see Master Paul is all right. Everybody message him. Yep.
Where is Mr. Paul? Where, I got
When
it.
is the fight between you and that Iron Man guy? No, I'm just kidding. Where is it? I thought he said that it was going to be 10. Would that be 10 Central, or are we talking about 10?
Well, I was assuming
10 Eastern. Yeah.
Well, Tennessee's Eastern time. I was assuming.
Yes,
there.
it is. Yep.
So 10 Eastern would be it's 9:30, so it's 10:30 there.
Oh, here, Master Paul isn't telling it. In 30 minutes. The fight is in 30 minutes, guys.
Oh,
All
okay,
good.
okay.
Yes.
I fired off a nasty gram to him, so
Yeah.
He's getting blasted from all of us.
Paul just sent me a message saying nobody is. The service is terrible here, but I think a few people are recording it, and we can send you the recording to dub over commentary if you'd like.
They hype this up. We're gonna be on their we're gonna be on their asses about this, man. This is not cool.
I'll dub it. I don't care. I want to commentate. They want commentary. Yeah. I'll commentate.
Yep. All right. Service here is terrible, so I don't think anyone's going to stream it, but I do believe that several people are going to record it, so you'll see it. Oh boy. Several people are going to record it. What is going on with the service over there? It's like some kind of Atari stuff going on. Yeah.
Well, they could have early 90s internet.
I was going to say they probably have 2G service. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you right now, 2G service.
Oh, man.
There, I just fired it off. Pacific Cash Money are talking about it. I hear you have 2G service there.
Man, come on.
We're eagles.
Yes, we are.
We have to be.
They built it up. I even was a PR guy, and I took it right to Iron Man on stream a few days ago. And now we're hearing, the service is terrible. We have to record it. Yep.
Well, if they're doing it in 30 minutes, it means that they must be Central Time then, where they're at.
Yep. My goodness. What is the world
Well,
coming to?
Paul said he's going to send me the video so I can dub over it. I mean,
excellent.
Heck, one thing I could do is we could do it here on StreamYards. I could upload the video up here on StreamYards and I could record our reaction to their fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Their duel.
Let's do it. And it better be epic and stuff. Yeah.
It better be.
Well, if it's not, we're all going to be our heel selves and we're going to call them out.
They're going to get trash talk like the old wrestlers trash talk to each other.
They think they had it hard before. Wait until we upload on them.
Oh, man. Yeah. That's too much.
I mean, heck.
Yeah.
Don't hype it and tell us that, the service is bad.
That's right. That's some weak excuse.
All the heart and soul I put out, and this is how I'm being repaid.
I know. Seriously. Me too. I came up with that speech off the cuff, man. Off the cuff. I started thinking about it for at least a few days, what I was going to say about Paul. I brought the Darth Poopy stuff in. Come on.
Yeah.
You come to us on a special day, making requests.
That's
you
right.
ask, and we say, sure, we'd be more than happy. But you knew there was going to be reciprocation.
This is the worst part. The calm before the battle. And then the battle's not so bad? All right. I forgot about the battle.
That's Master Paul right now.
Yep.
Seriously.
So, you know what? We're going to roll it like this because we're the three heels.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
I like the three heels. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, hold up, Master Paul, Mexican Iron Man. You promised us a match, and you're not coming through with that match that you promised us.
That's right.
You said we could commentate on it.
It's like that line from Kicking and Screaming. There's a lot of slothfulness going on. Yeah.
I have presented and ready there for Mike's consideration a preview of things to come with this fight. Whenever you're ready, Mike, you can put it on there. I can guarantee you this is what the fight between Master Paul and Darth Poopy will look like.
Shit. I hate it when I get my Schwartz twisted.
Oh, it's so great.
They're gonna watch this and they're gonna come after.
They're gonna watch it and go, "You assholes."
they're gonna say everything was going good until you put that a-hole Barrett on.
Well,
actually, I do have the appropriate clip. Let me just get to it real quick.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow? Yo! I'm surrounded by assholes.
Yo!
Yo! Sorry. I see 3 right now, so.
Well, we wouldn't be hills if we weren't assholes.
That's right. Oh, man.
And what? Boo!
Yeah. What the heck, man?
We're like the 2 guys
And then
in the
they're like,
Muppet Show.
oh,
but
well,
the three of us.
nobody has good service over there. What are you guys running? AOL from 90s? What's going on over there?
If I could have
What are you guys on Sprint?
What do you got? What are you guys? I'm running PrimeNet or something back in the day. Earthlink.
I was
Prodigy.
I was hunting for the image, the clip where Clark Cartman has the satellite dish coming out of his ass in the first episode of. If I would have found that had it, I would have put it ready for. They're going. This is what their service is like.
Oh my gosh! So somebody has to record it. They can't show it live. I think our video can do stuff live. I really do. I don't know what's wrong with their service.
Well, the phone. I mean, my phone. I could have put it onto the 4G service. Yeah.
What service do they have? I mean, I had a flip phone, and I remember at one of the Twitch cons a few years ago, my friend was like, "Dude, get rid of that flip phone."
I mean, hell,
it works. Yeah.
If it worse comes to worse, my wife has a 5G phone for crying out loud. Like, just put it on, and boom, there you go.
Connected to the hotel Wi-Fi.
We're gonna watch Baron's Cats if this fight is not good enough. If this fight is bad, we're just gonna look at the kitty. That cat's like, "Why are you doing this to me?"
Come on, Dad.
Yeah. That fuzzball.
Mouse.
Oh, Mouse. Super Mouse, the cranky cat. I gotta give them their brushing this, see if I can get their big
I'm telling you, every time I see that cat, it's so spoiled all the time. It's like, "Where's my food, Baron? Where's my food?"
Yep. Well, yeah, I just fed him, so he should be happy. I even gave him soft food today, so he's. I don't give it to him all the time, but there's all over the place. I gotta wash this a second here. Preen myself.
And this fight is ridiculous. I know the coach and Nick were having fun, but the main event is supposed to be Master Paul versus Darth Poopy, or excuse me.
Yeah, I didn't get what I paid for this pay-per-view. I want a refund.
I want my money worth.
Me too.
I'd buy that for $1.
I want to see some bruises. I want to see some blood. Let's go.
Yeah.
I want to see somebody lose a limb. Come on.
Yes.
Star Wars. Somebody needs to lose a limb.
Exactly.
Go. Yes.
I mean.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy, we are being unmerciful to these guys.
Yes, we will, because they promised an epic fight and they built this up, so that's what we expect.
We're hurt.
This is not like when you bought Colonial Marines and you went, "What the hell is this?" When you play it, because it doesn't feel much like an Aliens game. It's an Aliens game, but it's not really much like it doesn't scare you, and it's just you play with your friends once, you want to throw it in the trash.
This is like Disneyfied video game action we're gonna have on here.
That's right.
Tap, 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 tap. Oh, ow.
That is great. You got any old Turtles from the original movie or Secret of the Ooze?
No, I didn't get yet. No, I haven't gotten that far on.
Mike, do you have any of those clips? You got any Turtles clips?
Not yet. I can look on YouTube, though.
You should.
I mean, this one here sums up exactly what we were expecting. All right.
I'd buy that for $1.
That's how we were the other day.
Yes, we were. That's right. Where is this? You promised the fight, you don't deliver. What's going on?
Make us sad. I mean, we are absolutely sad. I tell you. I mean, I'm hurt. I'm really hurt.
I know, man.
These guys are not going to ever talk to us again.
No, like you gotta bring the fire for sure.
Gash and I are going to show up for Tuesday Night Truck on Tuesday. We'll probably derail the whole show.
That's
we
right.
didn't get the fight we were promised.
Where was the fight? They said so it should be in less than 30 minutes. Is he going to send you the recording, or how's this going to work?
He said he's going to send me the recording.
All right. Yeah. Man, I don't know what's going on over there.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
One of the guys have to say that as they're going for the lightsaber. Honestly, one of the guys has to say that when they're going for their lightsaber.
Yeah, that movie's canceled.
Not in my
I
house.
have a copy of it.
I got a copy myself.
Yeah.
Even though I think Young Frankenstein's better, but I got a copy myself. Well, Echo Base Live and More just come to an end.
Yes, it has.
Yeah, it is.
Boo!
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 Oh man.
Paul will probably boot me from the stream on Tuesday.
I doubt it.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I just called up the main page and they have you right there live now watching. They have the scene from I'll Buy That for $1. And that's on the main screen for YouTube.
Nice.
That's great. Fantastic.
Oh no, I'm sad. I'm a sad panda.
This was we had this all set up. It was going to be streamed on this channel. It's going to be live, and we were going to hopefully we were expected to see an epic fight.
Yes.
Yep. I was looking forward to doing some commentating. Yeah, maybe it would have been biased toward one of the participants, but
Not some slothfulness going on, but instead we get the slothfulness. And that is the word of the day, slothfulness.
Slothfulness. I can see what they think of us.
All right. I know we're not there. You don't have to treat us like this.
You promised the fight. We were going to see the fight. Oh, you have to be there. No. No, that's streamed live.
That's it. I'm going next year. I'm going for red lightsaber.
Okay.
That's it. We're going to all beat Paul, and we're all going to gang up on him.
Oh, that'd be great.
Baron, Cash, Pacific, all red lightsabers.
Well, what about Darth Pappy? He's involved in this a little bit.
He is, yeah. More than a little.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe Mexican Iron Man will see this, but I think Paul might have something against Latinos.
And race just came into play. Yeah.
Look out the window.
That's right.
Mexican Iron Man. I'm disappointed in you, Paul. I'm very disappointed in you. And your advocate, well, he's turned in his papers and he's against you now.
Yeah, you had a manager. Manager. Look what you did to the man who promoted you.
Very disappointed.
Built you up to the man that you're supposed to be. This is sad. Sad, folks.
Let's find that clip from Overwatch. Build them up, break them down.
All right.
Kick them when they're up. Hit them when they're up. Kick them when they're down. Hit them when they're up.
Yeah.
We're having fun with you guys, honestly.
Yeah, we are.
Yes,
it's just all fun.
But still,
still, we were expecting a lightsaber duel tonight, gentlemen. You let us down, gentlemen.
Yeah.
What the heck, gentlemen?
Seriously, let's bring where's the
because
fire?
it would look like Ray versus Kylo Ren.
I have faith in Mike. I have faith in Mike.
Oh,
They have a picture on the hangar bay of the people with lightsabers, but that's not the duel, guys.
No.
It's not the duel.
Well, what was it? Who had? Who? I can't remember which show it was on with Paulie, and Paulie was talking about doing the lightsaber battle with Mike. He says Mike is dangerous. I think Paulie got a couple bruises off of it. He was saying. So.
Oh, good. That's what we want. But we don't
Well,
want.
I'm looking at the picture and I see Paul. Dude, where's your lightsaber, man? Where is your lightsaber?
I know.
Is that on Echo? Do you get another one on Echo? Or?
Hangar bay. You're in the hangar bay too, man. The
Hangar bay?
Discord. Hangar bay.
Oh,
Discord.
okay. Oh, you know what? Let me fire up my Discord. That's what I never fired that up. I need to learn to do that more often.
There's Bayou, Crit.
So many things. I'm a Luddite. I've never told you guys I'm a Luddite. I really am. My wife dragged me to something other than a flip phone. I had a flip phone for the longest time. I'm very happy with it too, by the way. But she dragged me into the world of real phones because she wanted to keep track of me. Yes, I do have a tracker implanted in me. Oh, I get it. Downloading updates.
Oh,
I got
all right. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna ask where in the world is Baron Tag instead of where in the world is Carmen Sandiego.
Actually, what is it? Is it that? What's that Snapchat crap thing that they got? Unfortunately, I have that because that's about the one way my one daughter only communicates is through that. But we can track them. They don't realize we can track them with that. They don't know that the tracker's on.
Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
So you said you were going to the party last night. That's not where you were.
Actually, the good news is...
Where were you on the night of April 30th, 2022?
She's at the casino.
Mm.
Yeah. Actually, she got her first real apartment, and they're moving into that.
Nice.
So I'm going to be going over there. I did go. She was saying about today. I said, nah, I don't want to. Oh, look what I got there. I got cash money. Do not disturb cash money. Okay, I won't disturb cash money.
Yeah. I'll change that next time, Baron, for you.
Where are we sitting at now? Are we looking at Echo Base Network or Hangar Bay?
Hangar Bay.
Yeah. X-Wing? That's X-Wings, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the picture is posted in the general area of the hangar bay.
Okay, so here I got a lot to go through.
And Paul doesn't have a lightsaber in his hand. I don't even.
Oh, yeah, what the hell is that? I see that there. It's like
there's no Darth Poppy there.
I don't. Yeah, there's Paul. He just got 2 thumbs up. He better be careful. He could lose one of those in a lightsaber battle. Unless, well, who's that in this? No, that's not. Who's that in the center? Kind of. That's that. Mike's not that short. I don't know. Who are these guys? And Gal. There's a Gal back there, I see.
The Gal's Darth Arlena.
Yes.
Oh, that's Darth Arlena.
We'll stream earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I see Felix.
Yeah. Felix
and Matt
is there.
Yes. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And of course, X-Wing's there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I need to get together with him. He wants to do something.
And Crit.
He said.
Yeah, Ladage, Crit. I don't know who the one with the Darth Vader helmet's on. I don't think that's Darth Poppy. I don't think he's.
No, I just was wondering, but like I said, it's too short. I don't.
Bayou. Yeah. JT.
And I don't think.
Back. Yeah.
That's awesome. You guys have fun. Yeah. Give me your fun. I'll give you fun.
Lightsaber.
Yeah, it's supposed to happen in 9 minutes. But are they going to send you the recording right away, or are you going to have to wait? Man. Disappointing.
Very disappointing.
Really is. I mean, sure, we can make jokes about it, but we were expected an epic fight. So we...
Mm-hmm.
The heck.
No, I'm already telling you. I know this is being recorded, but I already tell you. During Tuesday Night Trek on Tuesday, I'm gonna go.
Right.
Yeah,
Me
Picard
too.
was assimilated, but I expect a lightsaber duel. Where's my duel, Paul?
I'm just taking a peek in Echo Base here on Discord and see if there's anything. Well, there is a fight. Day 2. There's in the member content on Echo Base. Looks like there's some guy with his lightsaber out. ICC Con Echo Base After Party Day 2. Let's see what the heck this is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's Coach. I see Coach. Let me see if I can get this pulled up here.
All right.
Yeah. So let's see if I can get this brought up here. It's on. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Did I ever tell you I'm a Luddite? Will this share Discord? I've never done that before. Let's find out. Yeah, let's find out here. Boys and girls, girls and boys, share screen. I don't want to brave tab. Hey, what's this? Share. Okay, let me get this brought up there. Okay.
There we go.
And
hey,
ready?
Fuck. Yeah. Oh, you found that. Yep.
Hey, what's with the pizza? I want some.
Yeah. Oh, see, there's no duel. They're just sitting around chilling.
That's right.
They're on their phone.
Boo.
Boo. Oh, someone's got their. Someone did. Excuse me while I whip this out. There's the Sith guy. There's the Sith guy. I don't even see.
All right. What's up, Spock? Man.
Fuck. We were gypped. We were promised a lightsaber.
No, they said it's gonna be. Paul said it's 30 minutes. He said 30 minutes. So not starting.
Yeah. They're just trying to postpone it for as long as they can.
Seriously, let's go.
I want a lightsaber duel, man.
There's Matt. Who's that?
Eris.
Eris?
Yeah.
Eris. I don't think.
Hey,
what? Is Arwen there too? There's.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
That was.
I don't think so.
That's the one that they had on the old Echo Base.
Yeah.
And of course, they're promoting their show. Yeah, don't see anything else on that one.
That is.
Now, do they have a group
party? That is a big old sausage party, man. Next time, if we go, we're bringing some more females.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, just looking to see if I can find girls.
Oh, I'll be in there soon. Okay, just.
What about
I'll tell you this,
man.
Spock. There
druggies.
is some Spock. Since you bought that game and I played that game on Game Pass, there is some politics in the beginning of your character select, and you're going to be like, "What the hell is this?" I can guarantee you.
In Forza 5?
Oh yes, yep.
Oh, that's so sad here. I got one of the early ones that's kind of fun to play, but it's like on the Xbox 360.
But once you get through that stuff, if you can just say the heck with it, but you can't skip it, Spock, and then you can play the game and you'll have some fun with it. Yep, exactly. Why is this here? Do you regret buying it now?
Well, I get it. People are making games that don't know what the F they're doing,
They had to throw some pandering in there because they had to, and they wouldn't even let you skip it on the character screen. And the characters all look ugly. Their faces are ugly. So if you're going to do it right, do it right. Yeah, I know. It's stupid. Yep. But it just
Live
when I played that on Game Pass, man, it just made me not want to buy the game. I don't want to see that nonsense in a game, and I can't skip it. No.
You know, I should post stuff in the Mike's channels here, the Pacific 414, when I have my crap. Put it in there. I see everybody else says I might as well.
Yeah,
everybody's allowed.
Okay, I behave. I try to behave. So your live streams, yeah. Come on, where's the lightsaber show? Well, they had that's Late Show.
You got it.
There, man.
I know, dude. The exactly. It's ridiculous. Stupid. And you can't skip it. They don't even give you an option to skip it. So, yeah, just dumb.
Of course, you can never skip indoctrination.
I mean, yeah, if you can get through that, more power to you, Spock. When I played that on Game Pass, I was like, nope, I'm not buying this game. This game can go in the trash.
Yeah, what I need to do is I need to put my Xbox 360 and my Xbox One, plug them in, and let them do their update for the next 3 days and actually start playing some of these games again.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, though, about Gran Turismo 7, man, there's an always online connection. Then on top of it, you have microtransactions, so you have to buy extra cars. So we can't escape this stuff, man. We can't escape it. Because Gran Turismo never had an always online connection. And I'll fight anybody who says otherwise.
Well, I'll say otherwise. Let's have a fight. Let's do it. We can have a real fight.
All right, we'll have a real fight then. All right, we'll bring.
Not like what we're getting here from the other guys.
Exactly.
No. We're getting a whole lot of nothing. A whole lot of hype and a whole lot of nothing.
That's right.
Nothing burger.
It's like these people think they're still on 56K modems or something. Come on, guys. Let's go.
I thought they were on 28K because that's what it looked like earlier.
28K. Or worse, yeah.
Well, wasn't it 24.4?
14.4.
Yeah, 14.4. Yeah. I actually got somewhere one of those modems sitting around still, those old ones like that. One of the last modems I kind of had.
No, there's as far as I know, there's no really pronouns and stuff in that. There's just other slothfulness, Spock. I wouldn't lie to you, man. We're friends, so I wouldn't lie to you, buddy.
But you lie to me.
I'll lie to Bear. I want you to have the best possible experience, Spock. So, you don't have to listen to me, but I'm not going to steer you wrong, man. So we don't need this nonsense in these games. There's no reason that any Gran Turismo game needs an always online connection. They don't need an always online connection. I just laugh when I say that. It just sounds silly.
No, there's nothing wrong with a game being local.
Yep. The thing is, there's just these games, like a game like Overwatch. Yes, it makes sense why there's an always online connection. But a game like Diablo, no, they tried that with 3 and it burned them.
Yeah. Now you're getting me wanting to play video games now. I haven't really sat and seriously played. I've just been plinking around like on the Old Republic. Actually, I haven't played games much lately.
What's up, Green Lantern? Yep. Yes, I can recommend a ton of games to you, Baron. Not a problem.
Oh, I mean, now that I'm feeling better. I mean, because before I wasn't feeling, like I was saying, it just was in such a funk. But now,
yep.
Sounds like what the diagnosis is, with the anxiety. I'm actually feeling better. That's why it's like, hey, let's,
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling more like my old self. Heaven help everybody else.
Oh no,
my poor wife. My wife came in. I was on the other broadcast. She came barely at all. What are you talking? She was making fans coming in and attacking me. I was making fun of her. Well, I wasn't really making fun. I was being honest about all the yarn that she's got. But I'm glad she's doing her crochet. But she's getting fans. I think she's getting more fans than me. Might be honest with you. She keeps on telling me. She keeps on telling me she's got Instagram where she shows all her stuff that she crochets and all that. She goes, "Oh, I'm up to 300 and some people." It's like I can see it's on set, but it's there. I know it's right there. How many people do you have on your YouTube?
Yeah.
No,
It's all about consistent content, though.
Yep.
I mean,
I'm starting to get more into that now. Getting more into the okay, time to sit down and get serious, make some videos again.
Mike's almost getting closer to 200 subs now, so getting there.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's keeping him back is he keeps on talking about the Cubs.
Oh.
Oh man, so sad. So sad. That's terrible. He loves his Cubbies, man.
He does.
He's a legitimate diehard Cubs fan. I give him a lot of credit.
I have a soft spot for them.
Remember, over 100 years, and then they finally won the World Series. So they beat quality teams to get there too.
Yeah, well, you know what? Oddly enough, almost on the date that Back to the Future 2 said. And just missing
I know.
by a couple years. It's
Just
like
a couple years. It's kind of scary.
I was a little disappointed by that. It's like it would have been so awesome if it was that year, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, you should have heard me 7 years ago when they were hot and they got into the playoffs thinking, "Oh my gosh, is the Back to the Future or Cubs win the World Series thing actually going to happen?"
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember with the Twins back. Well, first of all, I remember '87, and that was quite the thing because we hadn't been in the series since '65, and of course we lost. Was I think to the Yankees? But went all 6 games or all 7 games to get there, and it's like then we had that whole long period until 1987, which was, of course, the year I graduated and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of impressive. It really well. But I think the thing that really lit us alive was 91. Was it 91?
Yeah.
When we went from worst to first in that season. I mean, there. I remember how the season started out. People were like, whatever. And I'd get tickets for my work, and I'd go out and get some great, first base seats right down there. I mean, watching these games. I remember when Knobloch first came in. I mean, they put his picture up. They had the airbrushed out uniform, and he just came in brand spanking new, one of his first games. It's like, wow, this guy can play. And we had Herbeck and of course Kirby Puckett, and it's like these guys are playing. I don't know what Tom Kelly did. And I mean, in fact, I just met Tom Kelly a few not that long before that at a signing. No one was wanting to go in there and get autographs from them at the store because, again, the Twins were at the worst. Minnesota fans can be so bloody fickle in that area.
I'm sure.
But that whole season was this. I think that was brought it alive from going from that worst position, seeing these new players and the old players, how they're meshing together. And then, of course, you had that countdown to the pennant, and then going right into the American League playoff, and then going into the actual series. It's like it was nuts. It was even more nuts than '87, and I think it's because of that worst to first. And that's when I really loved baseball. I loved baseball back then, even when we were sucking. If you're a Twins fan, you have to admit, we're going to suck. But you still like the game. You still love the players. You still love Kerbick and Puckett and Herbeck and all those guys. And it's hard for me. I wish I could get into baseball again, or at least professional, but I just can't do it. I'm envious of you, Mike. I really am that you are still diehard as you are with it. But that one strike just kind of took a lot of the wind out of my sails. And actually, I am a Cubs supporter. Chaska has a minor league team, and it's the Chaska Cubs.
Nice.
And we've been around for a long time in here. It's great to go down there, but it was hard for me to go. I haven't been to a game in for a while. One of the things that wrote me off going and haven't been back is when they took a knee. They started doing the same bullshit that they're doing with the others. And it's like this is minor league team. You're going out there doing the BLM, taking the knee crap. Come on, this is Chaska. We don't have black people on our team for one. It's all these strange German Swiss names that you have out there. because that's what Chaska was a German Swiss, the German Swiss community that came over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, well, maybe I might start waking up and go on because there's nothing like a good outdoor minor league team in a game. You know, it's just out there having fun, and the Cubs are damn good.
Yep.
Mr.
And
Spock.
you know, I've had people say to me that, you know, Mike, why are you covering sports on your channel? You shouldn't be covering sports and pop culture on your channel. But I say to them, Box Score is always going to have a place on the channel. It's part of
Do whatever you
my
want.
DNA.
Yeah, do what you want, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Why can't you be a hybrid? Who says you can't? I've seen so many other channels start doing their own thing, you know, and they all get a bunch of backlash. But once you just start something different and it works, then don't listen to these people. You know,
So right.
Box Score and pop culture could mix if you think about it, because a lot of people watch baseball. So that's common knowledge for a lot of people who want to watch that. So if they like if they like to talk about movies and like baseball, then you're like the perfect channel to come to.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get everybody watching it, but that's okay. You still got a group that's watching it, and you might have people who are coming in just to watch for the sports. They're not going to go in the pop culture stuff, but it makes you more well-rounded. It shows that there's more of a facet to you. You're not a one-trick pony, and that's what's good.
And that's the thing. You know, if they want to see me more serious, watch an episode review, watch a movie review, you know, watch the Box Score when I'm serious, and when you see that I'm ticked off about the result of the game, and if you want to see silliness, well, a live stream like this or Pop Talk on a regular basis, you'll see silliness, because it's not supposed to be structured and organized like I try to make the episode reviews structured, organized, the movie reviews structured and organized. It's like, you know, doing the jump cuts in the Batman review, my second review. I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to do the review, but I'm going to try it a little different by doing those jump cuts and see if people like it or not.
And it's always good to experiment because, you know, you never know what you are going to click on. I mean, it's kind of funny when you watch a show and they're doing certain things and you go and watch when they first started out. They didn't they didn't do that. They didn't, this is when they first started. And, okay, it was kind of clunky, but it worked and it evolved. And it's amazing how you have to experiment and keep things and bring the new things in and be brave about it. If it doesn't work, well, don't do it again.
Yeah.
You know? And no one should ever be faulted for trying new things out there.
Never.
Yep. If there's something that didn't work and they keep doing it, you got that there. Oh, we got a little driving there.
Wait a minute, Spock, you're not streaming Star Trek Online. That's it. I'm unsubbing from your channel, man.
Please. Give me a chance.
I gotta get back into playing Star Trek Online. I got that. I got
You're not
the
missing
Dreadnought.
much, to be honest. I started like a year ago, grouped up with a bunch of veterans who've been like playing since release, and even they said not really too much has changed, except for I think the biggest drastic change has been that they changed the explosion VFX, so that looks a little bit better. But nothing. It's like the same old events that always come back around with sometimes limited items, but nothing. None of the really limited items recently have been like really sought after, in my opinion. I think the last really good one was the Bajoran Interceptor, which maybe you were around for. I
think I got one. I think I got
yeah,
one.
that was an event that I wasn't there for, but that ship was previously an event ship, and now it's so sought after that they made it an epic token ship. So the only way you're able to get it is if you open a crap ton of Phoenix boxes and somehow it's like gambling. So if you somehow that's the one part of the game I hate.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I have not dropped a red cent into Star Trek Online at all. I've always been doing the dilithium and then converting it over to. And I know that's
what I do.
Really
that's just the best thing too. You just save a bunch of dilithium. Like right now, I'm like over 1 mil. So if you just keep saving it up, that all eventually goes into Zen. You just get whatever you want from the Zen store.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, I went and got the original series set stuff. I got the Galaxy Bridge set, and It's like, okay,
Yeah, that's a
these are
good
things.
set. Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's like, oh
That's
yeah.
the one I
It's
don't have. I got the Voyager one, luckily.
Mm.
Is that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of hit or miss. There's nothing really I'd put it on. You know, I don't really have the Intrepid class or play
That's
around
true.
with that. So.
That's true. Because like that bridge, I only ever use if I'm on the Intrepid. It looks weird if I'm on another ship with it.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
they've got that new Star Trek game coming out, and
Resurgence. Yeah.
Is that gonna probably be good? It
So
could be,
from
I
what
guess.
I'm hearing from some friends, and like I've played a lot of Telltale games, and from my
Yeah, me too.
experience, they've always
Anyways.
just been a linear story path. You know, you're able to
Mm-hmm.
sometimes revisit, but it's always once you beat the story, you know, that's pretty much it. And it's a long story. It's not like relatively short, but once you beat it, it's not like you can explore different areas. But from what I'm hearing from a lot of my friends, the developers, I guess, have set out publicly. I have to check my sources on this, that they are trying to make this a little bit different from their previous games. So there is a possibility that you might, after you beat the story, are still able to do some things like explore planets and whatever. That'll be pretty neat. That's what I'm personally looking for in a Star Trek
That
game.
would be nice. Yes.
What era is it?
What's
it
up?
takes place in the Next Generation era.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think like 24th. Maybe it's exactly in the 24th century where we see the, you know, Picard's crew in season 1, or it's probably a bit after, because it looks
Well-
like they were wearing the Deep Space Nine uniforms.
Yeah, they're wearing the First Contact Deep Space Nine uniforms in the game.
So
Okay.
it's probably a bit later.
Well, good. Then you know, I would
I
love
think the
them
time
to-
date is actually posted online. I haven't checked.
Yeah, I want another game like Elite Force. That's what I would love.
Yeah,
With the
that would be
updated
awesome. Another
graphics,
Quake
oh,
kind of game.
Gosh, yes,
That would
yes.
be nuts. That was honestly, that's one of the only Star Trek games next to Star Trek Online that gets me hooked, because it's
Oh,
just
we
like
had so
Quake.
much
You know, you
fun.
just
Yep.
if you have a bunch of friends, you're able to get into a server. There's a lot of bots, but you just run around the map, get power ups, find different guns, and just it's like a free for all. Whoever wins on top of the leaderboards is the winner.
Yeah.
Well, Since these companies like to do remasters of games anyway, they might as well remaster Elite Force with
I think it would
updated
make money if
graphics
they
and
did it. Yep.
They
Mhm.
kind of did that. That's how we were playing it, because they brought it
Yeah.
back. Just some team, the Last Outpost, they brought it back. They said they claim to have done some retextures to it, and when I do compare this game compared to the old one, that is true. They upped the resolution to like 1080p, but in my opinion, that's all they did. They didn't really change the lighting. They didn't change the objects. They're all still the same. You know, what was it, like PS2, PS1 models?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They,
All right,
they definitely
so-
need to remaster that.
Well, the thing is one of the things when they want to do the remaster, they want to start redoing everything. Look like what they're doing with Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. It's like not only are we doing the bit with graphics, but we got our SJW in here that's going to redo the storyline.
No, that she's gone now. If you didn't know.
Oh, she is? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh,
She is gone.
Good. Good.
So, yeah.
Again, another sign of maybe things are getting a little bit better. Maybe she would end there with too much BS. So that's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm not sure. It's a mess.
I just started playing Knights of the Old Republic again.
Oh, it's
I got Steam, so
great
yeah.
game. Yeah, they just need more of these. Bring these franchises back. Wasn't there even there was a Doctor Who game recently, wasn't there? Not like card games are still coming out. I know because my
Yeah.
dad buys them, and board games. But I think there was actually a video game a few years ago that came out.
I think during the Tenant era, I think there was one. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I don't know how that
with
went.
Doctor
But,
Who after Matt Smith, because I had a really cool idea they could have done for a Doctor Who game. This was like during the PS4 launch, and then they switched gears to what's his name, the 13th Doctor. I forget his name. Peter Capaldi. Yeah,
Peter
and
Capaldi,
I
I like
wasn't
it.
too fond of him. I was.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was kind
I
of like a
didn't-
personal preference. He wasn't a bad
Yeah.
Doctor from what I heard compared to what we have now. But
Very
I was-
sarcastic.
like kind of like in a weird comparison, like how they're doing this Harry Potter game that's coming out. It would have been
Yeah.
a cool third-person adventure with the Doctor, and you fought all of his very famous villains from even the what's the guy's name with the scarf? I always forget that.
Tom
actor.
Baker.
Yeah, like
Fourth
classic
Doctor.
villains from classic villains from his era you would come across again. Just like a really grounded Doctor Who game that would get the old school fan really excited was my idea, but they never did it. It's a game that honestly could have been easily made.
Well, they don't give a rat's about the old school fans. So let's just be honest about it. And I'll be honest, I've never been that enthralled with the new Doctor Who series. To be honest, I mean, I liked the first season with Christopher Eccleston, and I will still say this: if Eccleston had another season or two under his belt, people would have sat back and said he was one of the best doctors ever.
He was a really good doctor. I liked this first episode as well, with them and Rose Tyler just watching Earth getting eaten by the sun because it was all no one was there anymore. It was just millions of years in the future. That was a really cool episode.
Right,
Yeah,
and
they've lost that touch with Doctor Who.
Right, it's not an insult to David Tennant or Matt Smith or the other ones, but they never something. I tried, but something didn't grab me with it. It's like it doesn't feel like enough of the Doctor. And I even when they had those events, because my daughters were kind of into Doctor Who. They had the Peter Capaldi's first episode on the big screen, so we went to see it in the theater. So, which was kind of neat, actually seeing Doctor Who in the theater for first time for me. And it's like, oh, okay, it's good. I mean, Capaldi. I think Capaldi's big problem is he got shit stories. He got shit writing. And if you would actually have done Doctor Who like he said he loved out of the Third Doctor era type stuff,
it would have been better.
I think he would have rocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
I didn't like that first episode with Capaldi and that whole T-Rex thing. I was just
right.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah, it was.
The old fans were still liking Doctor Who until a lot of them until, of course, the 13th Doctor, and then the politics were brought in because it was like what Honest Trailers said. It was just like a lot of people did drugs and wrote stuff.
I'll say one thing: they introduced him correctly, in my opinion, because the way they introduced Capaldi is what made me watch his first season. And I don't know if you guys remember the Day of the Doctor, that movie with David Tennant and Matt Smith.
Yeah,
they showed a scene where all the TARDISes were coming in, and they said, "Sir, no, there's 13 TARDISes," and then they zoomed in on his face, and I was like, "That's pretty epic. That was a pretty good introduction."
They just showed his eyes and he said something. Yeah. I was hoping a lot, especially with the fact he was an old school fan. He wrote to, he wrote into the show and got letters published because of his being a boy fan and all that. As I looked at it, it's just like I look at Colin Baker. The story sucked, but he was good. Capaldi's story sucked, but he was good. And
Really,
shame.
yeah, really, Spock. You had to rewind. I saw that. Nice try there, buddy.
I was trying not to say anything. I was being polite because I haven't really talked to Spock much, and I don't think I got
sure, buddy.
Credit enough to bust his chops. But even the thing though is even Doctor Who, even with the first season, they were so political in many aspects. I mean, the one with the "Are You My Mommy?" Episode with the two-parter, and I swear every man in it was homosexual. It was like, okay, Russell T Davies, we understand you're a homosexual. Not every man in Britain during World War II was a homosexual.
No, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And my thing is I'm not a prude. I'm the last one to sit back and say that I'm a prude. But Doctor Who was an innocent show. It was there was a certain level of innocence that when it came around to the companions and all that you just didn't get into.
Dude, you got excited, man, when a woman finally showed you her leg. She lifted up the skirt.
Well, I mean, the innocent goes is there's no hanky panky in the TARDIS. I mean, you still have some good looking companions. I mean, when they brought him in there, I mean, as it goes back, Joe Grant was brought in to be a looker. Not my type, but obviously she was that 70s. Let's have a looker. And then of course you had Leela with her going around with the skins and being whatever. Mary Tam was such a striking woman as the first Romana. And then you had my favorite Perry. I mean, but even when you got down to it, I mean, you had with Tegan and even Nissa in the last episode she had where she took her skirt off and was running around without, as kind of a sign I'm finally free of this crap. I mean, you had eye candy, but still, it was still innocence. And, you weren't talking about sexuality because that's not what the show was about. And that was the big rule. No hanky-panky to TARDIS. I want to get back to that. Let's get back to the Doctor doing stories and having adventures, And what is it now? Now they're trying to get the fake Doctor and her companion, the Scissor. I mean, kind of that's.
I don't know, man. It wasn't, and even this Doctor Who series, it did a spin-off or whatever. Torchwood was really good, really good.
And it's a different, again, in the show, because it's a different area and it's not Doctor Who, even though it's in the universe, you can go a different direction and do things different.
Yeah.
And which I applaud. It's like, if you want a female Doctor so bad, why not have another show with a female Time Lord?
My question was always the same. Like, why is this female Doctor, or any Doctor in this show for that matter, so indecisive? Doctor is supposed to make the final decision. So if it's a woman, if it's whatever, that Doctor will make the final decisions, not ask everybody else and be like, oh, I don't know what to do. What should I do? Oh, that makes sense. Like, what?
Well, again, that's where you get the meatheads coming in, because they start coming down to the fashion that all the companions are a bunch of dumb hang-ons, which they aren't. Yeah, they get into trouble. The Doctor has to rescue them. Sometimes he had companions that were kind of on the same level, like Romana, both 1 and 2, and even back with Zoe, where she was smart as a Doctor, if not. But still, the thing is they forget the important thing. The companion is our eyes into the universe. The Doctor, again, is the main character. He's the one that, like you said, comes up with the last decision. He's not going around asking a bunch of questions to the eyes that are watching. The companion being a companion is not a dirty word. It's a very important part of the show.
Agreed.
And now there's like, no, we're going to bring it to the same level as the main character. Then you lost the eyes.
Right. What was I liked the assistant or companion. Who is it? Jenna. I can't remember her last. Coleman, is it? Jenna Coleman. Is that who it was? Who was?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I liked her.
Clara.
From what I saw.
Oh, Clara. The new series. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
The from the newer series. Yeah.
But
yeah.
They turned Doctor Who from a space opera into a soap opera. And into a romance thing.
The same thing was done to Star Trek. It went from being a highly thoughtful, inspirational show to a soap opera.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Never thought I would see a bunch of, especially old crewmates of Picard, yelling at him, especially the first season. But Crit did show me that one episode and was like, oh, this seemed okay. And then Crit's like, no, we're not watching this show anymore. I said, well, yeah.
I saw the first episode of Picard and I thought, okay, this is interesting, but there's something not quite right about this.
Right.
And I really never saw another episode, but boy, I read, obviously reviews, stuff like that, read the synopsises. It's like, I don't want to watch I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so very, very sorry.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And that's not Picard. I mean, again, you're ruining the end of a hero. But this is the twilight of the hero. The hero doesn't go around apologizing for him. He might apologize for one thing he did to one person.
Right.
To make amends on something, but it's like you're not going around getting kicked by everybody around. You're the old man. You're the wise person. You're the one that's taking the advice and giving out the advice. And then whether it's just a fade away where you just fall asleep and that's it, or you go out in a blaze of glory, it doesn't matter. It's still a respectful end to the character. And they don't have that. They don't understand that storytelling. You don't. But their storytelling is let's destroy the heroes.
Yes.
They're too much on the Alan Moore path that there's no such things as heroes. Well, Alan Moore is wrong. I know he wrote so much stuff with comics and such, but the thing is where you're missing is people become heroes not because they choose to be, and that's what makes some of these heroes so great, and that's where the flaws come out.
Yes, exactly.
But Card was never looking to be a hero.
No,
but he did.
Well said.
Yep, I agree.
And with season 3 of Picard coming up too, they're bringing in the rest of the cast of Next Generation. And in my opinion, they should have started episode 1 of Picard with the cast of Next Generation.
Agreed.
And then after that, you have Picard go his separate ways, and we get into the show Picard itself.
I agree.
I mean, if you have that last Odyssey quest, it makes it great. In that first episode, you're almost making your goodbyes to everybody. You know this is your last trip out. I would have, if I was in charge of the show, Picard would have had his beard like he did in the future.
All good things.
All good things with that beard and all that. I would have had him with a beard or at least a mustache and goatee. And then when you have where from one night, or he might be in the middle of the night, he's standing out there looking over his grape field, and one of his servants come out. So you're up late. Shouldn't you be in bed? He turns around. He's clean shaven. You know right there he is set to go on that last trip.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I'm shedding off the old. I'm shedding off a chain or whatever. That is that symbol that I'm going out now, and I'm going to be this is it. This is my final journey, and we're going to make it a good one. I have something to take care of, and it's not apologizing. But they don't know how to do it.
No.
Nope.
They don't care about any of the characters that Gene Roddenberry created.
No, they don't.
And a test that right there, 100% stealing from Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns, because it was such a powerful scene in the comic book, where Alfred comes out and Master Bruce, you're up late, and he turns around. In the beginning, Bruce Wayne has a mustache. He turns around, he's clean shaven. It's like, Master Bruce, you shaved. And right then, Batman's back to kick ass.
Mm-hmm.
That symbolism can still be passed on. Yeah, you're taking it and you're showing that, okay, this person's serious about something, and we're going to see a good story, and we're going to see a good end.
Well, that's why I really wanted to see them take Batman Beyond and adapt that into a movie, and that would have been a perfect way to have Michael Keaton come back as an older Bruce Wayne. But you cast a young actor as Terry McGinnis, and it's Bruce Wayne passing down the torch to Terry McGinnis and teaching them the ways of the Bat.
Yeah, that was cool. That was very good.
The Batman
a lot of fun. Yeah.
Batman Beyond was perfect with that. Batman's going out for that last one, has the heart attack, can't do it no more, everything gets locked up, and then this young punk kid, basically he's doing the get off my lawn crap to him, but finally worms in there, and now he's a combination of Alfred and whatnot to the kid and guiding him along. Yep. And yeah, Michael Keaton would do great in that role.
Did you guys like what they did with that though in Justice League? I wasn't too big a fan.
I didn't watch Justice League or the
how they
Snyder cut.
connected Bruce Wayne to Terry McGinnis.
I didn't like that ending.
I didn't either. They are like forcing the idea that biologically Terry McGinnis is related to Bruce Wayne.
No, Terry McGinnis needs to stay his own separate character.
Because Bruce Wayne had his DNA injected to Terry McGinnis' real father, and then that's what happened. It's so stupid, and that's actually how. That's a legit ending to a Justice League episode.
Stupid.
That sucks. It's horrible.
I didn't like that at all. Honestly,
Well,
I prefer that they're separate. It's just that the spirit of Batman means it can be passed on to anybody who's passionate enough to rise up against, such danger, such threats to humanity. And that's the story of Batman for me. That's why he's the coolest character in DC. is because he has to compete against people like Superman. And even if they're not in his universe, just the guy alone standing up against all these vigilantes and threats to the
Well,
lives of
yeah,
people in
that's
Gotham, it's
yeah.
such an empowering. It's a characteristic that can be passed on to anybody, not just anybody in Bruce Wayne's bloodline. That's the stupidest part.
No,
They're
it doesn't.
keeping it to only Bruce Wayne.
That's why it was so cool to see like that Justice League film. Like I would have loved to see something like this in live action where you have Batman who's got keeping tabs on all these superheroes because he doesn't know if one of them's going to go crazy. And even though it's wrong, you kind of are like, yeah, I think I can understand how Batman feels. And of course, the Justice League have every right to feel the way they did about that. Like he is spying on them and keeping tabs on them, but you'd have to be worried too. What if Superman goes crazy? What if Wonder Woman goes crazy?
Yes. Even in their position, if I didn't understand that would be suspicious right there. Because if you don't understand Batman's viewpoint, then you're not taking everything into consideration. Considering Batman is smart, yeah, no doubt, but you have to consider how fragile he is. If you're thinking like Superman, and you don't think that maybe I have to consider all my people around me if I ever get mad or lose my temper, then that should be a direct consequence. And maybe Superman isn't too trustworthy. Maybe Bruce Wayne has had these conversations off screen, which is why he's had to take these measures. You never know. That's the smartest part about him. He always has a contingency plan in effect. Always.
He even had a break glass situation for himself.
Yeah.
No.
But what works for Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent are Batman and Superman.
Yeah.
And they should quit having the animosity between the two because it was that came about because of Dark Knight Returns, and there's a very important element in that one.
Yes.
And I don't necessarily want to get too much in case someone hasn't read it. If you haven't read it, read it. You deprive yourself. But they're always friends. They're always allies. But what was perfect about it is that Superman was the street cop. He was the one that's out there. He was the face. All the kids would run up and be trustworthy, and he'd be right there along there. Yeah. Bruce Wayne, however, was the detective. He was in the background. He was his aspect is getting down to the causes. Basically CSI Gotham with him. But that's where they worked together on. They had the two different approaches that was needed on there.
Yeah.
And they forgot about that. That was forgotten. Now it's like,
to be honest, it's not even just the Dark Knight Returns prize sprouting that idea between the animosity between the two. It's also this whole Injustice story, which I do like aspects of that. I do like the games more so than any of the incarnations in anime. But the story itself it's supposed to be negative, but that's another thing of which stems from why Batman has to hate Superman and why Superman has to go evil at some point. That doesn't have to be the case.
No. And let's face it, Superman is the Boy Scout. I mean, right to the point. I mean, again, going back to Dark Knight Returns, it shows that he was the ultimate Boy Scout in that one, and to a detriment. And it's just a matter of are you following the law or are you following justice? And sometimes it comes down to with Superman it's the law, and for Batman it's justice.
Right. Yeah.
Again, another thing that helps pair them on that one.
Yeah. Yes, Tim, Spock is here.
Yes.
Your number one fan is back, Spock.
Come
on, Tim. I'll send you the invite if you want to come on.
Get on here, Tim.
Yeah, Tim. Don't be a stranger, buddy.
Just be strange. Don't be a stranger. And it's been long past that fight. We haven't heard anything on that, have we?
Yeah, where's the fight?
I haven't received anything.
Oh
Fight.
my gosh.
Fight.
Dude,
Fight.
Come on. This was actually exciting. What the heck?
Yeah, I mean, really, I was wanting this. I was looking forward to this.
What a bunch of slothfulness nonsense. What's going on? All right, everybody message Paul all at once.
Going to it right now. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's bad. Pretty much all I can reliably do is message people. He sent me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Dude.
Boo hiss, boo hiss.
We were going to stream this, and then what they're on is they're on like a 56K modem or something. I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah, you
Their
heard that noise.
Can't do video. It can't stream it. Phones can't stream to YouTube. What is going on? All their phones, are they trying to hide something from us?
I think they are. I mean, they got Matthew Broderick there with the setup from War Games. He's putting the phone into the modem.
Speaking of Matthew Broderick, did you know that they're going to do, for some reason, I don't know if Mike told me this, somebody did, Ferris Bueller's series?
What?
Yes.
What?
I think you guys can actually look that up. I think that's going to happen, and I think I wanted to vomit.
They did a Ferris Bueller series back in the late 80s, early 90s. Yeah, they did do one, and it tanked big time. It was the Clone Show. Yeah, I think it only lasted like a half a season. I think maybe NBC
that
had it.
should just be a movie. I just don't see that as a series. I don't know. What are they going to do? He ends up going to college?
But what Fox did at the same time, they came out with Parker Lewis Can't Lose, which was obviously a knockoff
show.
I love Parker Lewis.
That was a funny show, yes.
And I think that's one of the things that killed it, because they had more of the spirit of Ferris Bueller than the Ferris Bueller TV show.
But I thought I had heard. You can go look it up, Mike. I'm pretty sure I heard that, and I think I wanted to vomit for some reason, because I can imagine where it's going to go. Is Ferris gonna apologize? But at the restaurant, and when the person said snooty, snotty.
Who are they gonna plan on casting? The only person who came close, I thought, was, well, it's hard to really top, what's his name?
Matthew Broderick.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I was afraid to say this, but now I know, because I thought it was. I didn't want to put my foot in the mouth, but Ferris Bueller TV show 1990 only lasted 13 episodes, which I was right on. Woohoo! It was Charlie Schlater who played Ferris Bueller. Jennifer Aniston was his sister.
Really?
Douglas Brandon was Cameron Fry. Amy Dolenz was in it. And of course, they start kind of getting to an area where don't really know who some of these people are. But yeah, that was the cast of Ferris Bueller, one season, 13 episodes. And when I write about the network, I thought it was NBC. Let's make sure.
Yeah.
No, it was associated with Paramount, but it was in Paramount Network back then. But they're not saying exactly what network they were on. CBS. I was wrong. Original network was NBC, but then they say CBS Television Distribution has it, so it was on NBC, but part of the CBS. But of course, I don't think anybody's seen it. Obviously,
right.
I watched it when it first came out. I was thoroughly unimpressed.
Yeah.
But there was Parker Lewis, and that's all you need. Parker Lewis, man.
Parker Lewis can't lose.
Yeah, 'cause the only thing I'm seeing is from that 1990 series.
Is that the only one? I wonder. Somebody said that to me recently. I don't know. It wasn't a dream either. I was like, "What?"
The greatest character in Parker Lewis was Kubiak.
Kubiak. I don't remember that show, dude. I was so young when that show was on. I was very young. Mm-hmm.
I wish I had that problem.
I was very young when that show was on. But I
you
remember
guys really
that.
know how to make a guy feel.
Yeah. It doesn't say anything about that, Mike. Okay, well.
No, it's just coming up with the 1990 series.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. And
let's leave it alone.
just leave it alone. Leave it alone. As you know.
Enough
Okay.
of the reboots.
Please. No, they're
How can you do it? I mean,
I don't
first of
know.
all, you had one of the great teen directors out there doing
Yes,
that.
John
that
Hughes.
movie.
Yep. hmm
And I don't know if anybody ever read his stuff.
They made a joke about him recently on Family Guy about how he went to. This was like this year. They made a joke about John Hughes. He's like, I'm not in heaven. And I was like, oh my gosh. Really, Seth? Really? This is ridiculous. I was like, wow. I don't know. Because Lois and the family didn't want him to do 80s references anymore. And they could have done so much with this episode. And they kind of, I don't know. They just, a lot of it was stupid. And they said John Hughes isn't. They had John Hughes's ghost thing because Peter was thinking about jumping off a bridge, and in the episode, this is a show. People don't get all crazy, they had John Hughes's ghost, and he's like, "Well, you're gonna have to let these references go, Peter." And it was kind of funny, and then he says, "Oh, how is heaven or something?" He says, "Oh, I'm not in heaven." I went, "Really? That is just so disrespectful to John." Hughes. I was like, "It is low." I was like, "Dude, like you guys can do what you want." Once again, I will always say I'm not canceling anybody, but I thought that was lame. I really did.
I will say this: when it comes around to talent, John Hughes has had far more talent than Seth MacFarlane. And I'm not trying to take anything from Seth MacFarlane because when he was a writer for National Lampoon magazine, I don't know if anybody ever read his stuff or saw stuff that he had in National Lampoon, but of course, Vacation 58, which of course went on to be, of course, National Lampoon Vacation. Then he had a one that was called How to Drive Fast While Stoned, and have your wing wang squeeze and not spill your drink.
Huh.
I think that was the actual that's the actual title of the article that he had in the National Lampoon. And he was a brilliant, hysterical writer. He and PJ O'Rourke, can't remember who else was the other one that was there with National Lampoon. And of course, you just see the films that he did and what came out of his mind. Even if he didn't direct it, his fingerprints were all over that.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Uncle Buck,
right?
Breakfast Club. Did he also do
Home Alone?
Yeah, he did Home Alone.
Uncle Buck is funny.
Oh yeah, it's a funny movie. But the National Lampoon movies, like the first one is funny. And then after that, I just don't find the other ones that funny. The scripts aren't.
It's kind of like a hit or miss. I kind of like the Rome one, the European Vacation.
The European Vacation.
I kind of like that one. I mean, I saw that in the theater, and I thought, I was like, it wasn't as good as the first one, obviously, but I thought it was watchable.
Yeah.
And I keep on getting. In fact, my former work wife. She gave me the collection for the vacation film. She always wants me to watch Vegas Vacation. She said, "You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it."
Yeah.
One of these days, I will. I will, honestly, Jenna. I will do it.
Yeah. Anyways, any news from Paul? No. Yeah, you should. No news from Paul. He changed his name to Darth Paul now. What is going on?
What?
Yeah,
what?
In Discord, yeah.
Oh, he says he's turned heel. No, wait a minute, Paul. Wait a minute. The only heels that exist are the heels that are on this panel tonight.
Which Discord does he do this in? Is it X-Wing or is it?
No, it's just his name.
It's gonna turn into the Sith Temple.
Dude.
Darth Paul, come on, Paul. Was there a conversion to the light side for Darth Pappy?
Probably.
I
mean, unless the rule of two.
One
master and one apprentice.
We wanted to see the fight. We were going to comment on it, so we can't get the recording yet. What's going on? He's really
sad panda.
I know, man.
You guys, you let us down. You let
They
us
did,
down.
man. They let us down. Like, come on. It's terrible.
It's just another sign of the times. Another sign of the times.
What do you think about this, Spock? He let us down, huh? What the heck, man?
They subverted our expectations, though.
I was looking forward
By
to the
not
fight,
showing the
man.
fight.
I know, man.
What the hell? There was a pre-show and everything.
That's right. What's going on, man?
I put my heart into it.
What kind of
In my
pay-per-view is
heart.
this?
That's it's a ripoff, man. What do I pay for?
Game over, man. Game over.
Oh, I do have that clip.
Yes, you do.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
I just saw that movie. I literally just saw that movie
Excellent.
again recently.
Yeah, it was on
And,
IFC,
my friend
actually,
who
both of
hasn't
them.
seen Alien, we had to see Alien 3, and oh god.
Oh, not yeah. I still think Prometheus is good, but
Prometheus
it's not
is
one
good.
I thought Prometheus. Some people, have interesting feelings. They don't like Prometheus.
Well, everyone
too
wanted
much.
to see the Xenomorph, that's the thing.
Mm,
It just,
yeah.
like, I appreciated the longer lifespan of the story they were giving, because they were painting out the origins of the Xenomorph, something, because a lot of things that were brought up in the video games, even in the recent one, Fire
Yeah.
Team, they brought it out a lot more, that we've never seen the original form of a Xenomorph. It's always just been from a dog or from a human, and those are the classic Xenomorphs we've always seen. But we've never
Mhm.
seen a protomorph, just a true Xenomorph that's never been, touched or infected with anything, just a non-hybrid, and crafted by the engineers, I think, was how it was. Or no, I'm sorry, I think it was, if you guys remember the ending of Prometheus, when the engineer got that giant face hugger on his face,
Yeah.
that was, I think, the true Xenomorph, the original one.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder what the Xenomorph looked like when it came out of that big, huge alien in the first film.
Yeah.
Or
Or what the Queen looks like.
I would love
Maybe-
them to go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, maybe that was the Queen that came out.
Probably.
I would love them to do a more live action version of like Alien Isolation. I think that could be so cool, and they
Yeah,
can continue
yeah.
on with
They definitely
with
gotta
Ripley's
hit back more
daughter.
into the James Cameron roots.
Definitely, yes.
And like the horror aspect that Isolation introduced could definitely be something as well, because it carries
Yeah.
both action and horror. That was the smart thing about the second movie. It like has comedy, it makes you laugh, and then shit gets really dark soon.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And-
it's more a war film. It was going back to the fact that we're going to make a war film, war battle film. It's with the Xenomorphs, and it's going to be frightening. I mean, a true war film is frightening. Now we're going to add in the aspect of these horrible aliens.
How are you doing tonight, Shinatsky?
Shinaski, what's up? Yeah, I just don't know. There's just missed opportunities all the time with this stuff. Like the games can go back to films, films can go back to games. I mean, there's just missed opportunities all the time. And anything like Ridley Scott has done, even though The Last Duel didn't make money, I highly recommend it. It's based on a true story, and even Gucci, based on a true story, was good. Adam Driver was very good in Gucci. This is a good movie. That made good money, but The Last Duel bombed. And Ridley Scott was not happy about that.
Yeah, I have to say, Adam Driver, I feel sorry for, because here he plays Emu Darth with the trilogy. But the funny thing is, and I said with some of the other people I knew, and when I first saw the first film, The Force Awakens, I sat back and go, he would have done a good job as Anakin. He has the range, the ability. He's a taller guy. He would have made a good Anakin. Too bad he wasn't available for the prequel trilogy. At least when it came to time to have that. And but they wasted on a little, temper tantrum crybaby on with the J.J. Abrams verse, which is what a great way to have a villain, huh? What a wonderful thing.
Yeah, right. That's forgot that they did that in Covenant. That David created the face huggers and everything. I didn't like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Time travel.
Oh, time travel, huh?
Yeah. Well, just
somebody say time travel.
Time travel.
I don't know. I think I heard somebody say time travel.
My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
That's right.
What a great movie that was.
21 gigawatts! 1.21 gigawatts! Great Scott!
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're supposed to be, is entertained. And so, some people probably would be like, oh, well, that's creepy about his mom. Well, he's going back in time, so it does make sense. It feels a little creepy, but it still makes sense.
It's the Oedipus thing.
First one. Yes, it is. Definitely.
Right. And the thing is he's not trying to do anything with his mom. It's the mom is chasing him, which leads a level of humor to the whole thing.
Yes, it does.
And doesn't make it so creepy. What would make it creepy if he reciprocated? It's like he had Fry going with his grandmother, basically make him a normal entity out there.
Yeah. But yeah, those movies are all enjoyable. I still feel 1 and 3 are the best. 2 is good though.
2, yeah. I think it got a little too long, in my humble opinion. But that's me. I mean, it's like I don't think they needed a trilogy per se.
You can't show any Family Guy clips, can you, Mike? Because I just keep thinking about Marty, your kids, Marty.
That one, yeah.
Your kids, God, Doc. We don't really care about that. We're not gonna. But
your daughter's married to a black man. I'm with that. I'm not comfortable with you anymore, Doc.
I'm not comfortable. But
that was good. I mean, again, back when they were doing silly, stupid stuff.
Oh my gosh! But
well, I mean, that's what my short that I posted the other day was.
The one where he goes, Lois, and like Peter's like, and he goes, and another, and he just, and like Brian comes in, he goes, Lois, oh, and then he just goes back and does it again at the club, and he's still there, and then Brian goes, Peter. It's just because he's missing his opportunity to be with Lois because the Grim Reaper sent him back in time, and then it's played by Adam Carolla. He's like, no, I'm not going to do this again. No, I'm not going to do this. You're on your own. I just couldn't stop laughing. This is so funny. It was like a takeoff of like what was it? Caddyshack. It was a bit of a takeoff of Caddyshack. It was funny. They even played the Caddyshack music too in that episode. It's just too funny.
Right.
But now, like,
you have to worry about me.
Yeah, that's right. But now,
days, gentlemen.
Of what? To when?
Orville.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I'll get back into that, I guess.
Speaking of the Orville, I do have a new clip that I uploaded.
You will be silent.
I love that one.
There's no way you can get around. He is definitely inspired from Star Trek.
If we ever rewatch the bloopers again from season 1, that part where the camera falls off the bridge, I always, whenever I saw it, I just imagined Alan Rickman just saying, "You broke the bloody ship! You broke the bloody ship!"
I also have another clip, and I'm only going to play it at night. I'm not going to play it during the morning edition of Pop Talk, but late at night I am.
Just give me... Fuck! Oh, I hate space! So much!
Is that supposed to be Charlize Theron or something?
That is Charlize
Yeah.
Theron.
It is okay. I thought so. I did to look because she cuts
Time
her hair
traveler.
shorter in. What was it? I was like, no. Grow your hair out longer. I don't like it that short. It just doesn't, I don't
I
think
think that haircut didn't look bad.
best. Yeah, no, that one doesn't look bad. No. That's funny. Yeah.
And I don't have Hulu, so I won't be able to see it. So
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out. No, I'm just kidding.
but he is pulling in Trek heavyweights on that show. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh
you got
yeah.
Doug Drexler helping out with effects and stuff like that, and of course, Frakes have been doing directing on the show. How can that man direct that show and keep it Star Trek-ish, but yet when he does the other ones, it's like cesspool.
I don't know. Maybe there's just people in his ear being like, "This has to be this way." I don't know. I mean, even hearing about Guinan being changed, that she has like magical powers that she can use or something, not the way she was, and so helpful. It's just, and I always say like Guinan. I was like, I wish Whoopi Goldberg was more like Guinan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
I really do.
yeah. The perfect example of where the character is far better than the person who portrays him.
Oh, no doubt.
And I've never been a Whoopi Goldberg fan, even back in the day.
I'm not a
never
big
was going crazy.
fan, but I like something she's done.
Yeah, I mean, Guinan, I thought that was good. It's like I heard she was coming on the show. I'm going, oh my, what are you doing? But then you see how she plays the character. They didn't overuse her. It's like, okay, this is good.
Yeah, Guinan's definitely somebody you could support, I feel.
And even the show kind of showed that she had some sort of power, but we don't know exactly what it is because she's about to go toe to toe with Q.
Oh, she will. She has no shame or anything to worry about that.
But I mean, she was even kind of in a stance that she was going to do something. It's like, okay, there's something more to Guinan. Yeah, but it's like, don't turn into this. Okay, magic.
Q's also a great character because not only is as this so-called god being, he's just also, oh, Picard, please let me on your ship, Picard, please. It's just funny. It just drives him nuts. It's just great. I was like, anybody would be driven nuts by Q. It's just, dang, this guy. Like, why is he here again? Doesn't he have somewhere else to be? Can he doesn't he have some other friends? I love you, Picard.
What business do you have here?
I'm happy to hear John Delancey's acting is still living up.
He's a great actor.
I'm gonna have to. What I'm gonna do instead of torturing myself watching the show, I'm just gonna watch Q clips. Probably somebody's uploaded on YouTube and just.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah, just because that's all I'm interested in was what they did with Q, and I'm sure they didn't. I didn't see the finale, but I'm sure they didn't turn him back into a human, did they?
I don't know.
I don't think it's aired yet. I don't think the finale's aired yet.
Oh, okay.
All I know about Q is he's supposed to. Am I spoiling anything? Is anyone going to watch it? Probably not. Yeah. Just checking. I think he's supposed to be dying in this season. I heard. I think Crit told me something about that. He's supposed to be.
I heard something about that.
Yeah, I heard that rumor too.
It's just weird. I don't know. These people just don't. Do they? You gotta have fans to come in there. That's why, like, however I feel about people like Seth MacFarlane, he was a fan first, so he understands. But with the Orville, I don't think he's going to change the direction. I think something like that. But with Family Guy, I wish he would go back and say, you know what, this is not working very well. And I know the ratings have taken a hit because of it. And even Simpsons, I would say the ratings are a bit higher. And they've done some pandering too. Not as much as Family Guy, though. If you talk to Crit, I freaking hate the Simpsons. He goes, watch.
I do believe the Simpsons does either need a new staff that gets in there or they just put it to bed. I mean, 30-some years.
They've got 2 more seasons to go, so we'll see. Their last episode was good. They did this whole thing. And one thing I still like about The Simpsons is they go into the backgrounds of the characters. We went into the background of Cletus this time and his wife. It was actually interesting, and I appreciate that. They said when they were showing, they went through on the tractor. They says, "You're ruining my weed field." I just lost it. It was just too funny. There's still funny stuff in there in Simpsons. There really is. I don't care what Crit says. You hear that, Crit? If you ever go back and watch this, that's right. I still like The Simpsons. Yeah.
Well, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this Shooting the Breeze session since I do have Pop Talk at 11 tomorrow morning.
No. So you do.
Thank you guys for coming on. If you want to come on in the morning during Pop Talk, you're more than welcome.
Well, we'll see how I'm feeling in the morning.
All right.
I'm definitely I will be around Wednesday, Baron. I don't know about Mike, but yeah.
I'll make sure I'm around. I'll make sure.
Okay.
Remember, you know where we are. We're on Discord and we're on Twitter, so it's not like you can't find us.
Where are you again?
That's right, exactly. What's going on? Yeah.
Where are you?
What did I eat today?
Yeah. I don't know. I had a pizza. I had Tony's pizza. So, okay. But yeah, I'll get stuff out to you guys, and then definitely look forward to having you on Wednesday.
Awesome.
Look forward to it.
Yep.
Matter of fact.
All right, buddy.
Well, I better get going. Guys, have a great night, and thanks for having me on, and peace.
Yep.
Peace out. And everyone who watched, thank you very much.
This has been a test of the emergency Hypnotoad system. Had this been an actual hypnosis, you would go limp and watch whatever crap comes on next.